Hey suckers, it's Friday. Dance toys!
Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock friend.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Matt's weekly farts.
Breaking news. It's very outside of the box.
Ayo day.
I love Friday. Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares.
Shattered
A to B.
Shattered Uncut. Is that you? Shattered Uncut.
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered Cast Uncut.
Like complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
Before we get started, I got to add this in.
Bobby's coming clean. He has a problem with Marvel Legends. Step 1 is admitting the problem.
We gotta edit this in. 1, Justin and Greg couldn't be with us tonight, so we're thinking of them and miss them dearly per usual. 2, we will not have slideshow because Justin does that shit, and I don't know how to do it, and but on iTunes. So Matt will do it on YouTube, but it's not going to be on iTunes, so sorry.
Sorry, folks.
And with that, let's start the show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Shattered Cast Uncupped.
Uncup those balls tonight.
Episode 186. We have the 3 amigos with you tonight. Yet again, it is substitute teacher night. So everybody else pussied out. And you've got your core combiner right here. So starting from left to right, up to down, it is Bobby Deluxe Skullface.
What's going on, everybody? I'd like to, that's my Matthew Deluxe Baldwin impression. I would like to open tonight with a quote, one of my favorite quotes from Mike Tyson. Right up there with, I'm going to eat your kids. But this one is actually a real quote that I like, and that is, he said, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Say it like Michael. Say it like Mike Tyson.
Everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the mouth.
That's true. That's an old adage, actually. You know, even the best laid battle plans fall apart when the first arrow flies, or some shit like that. Yeah. Speaking of shit like that, the newly crowned KO master of the Transformers collecting community, Matthew Skullface Baldwin.
Hey there, everybody. I forgot about that knockoff, yeah. Anyways. Yeah.
You know, and Matthew was recently involved in his vehicle was involved in a little collision. And if he was smart, he would have jumped in the back of that car and been like, my neck! My neck!
I wasn't in the car. Well, luckily my wife was out there and she saw and heard it. So
she should have jumped in that car. Yeah, so episode 186, fellas. How about that?
Been a while.
It has been a while. It's been about a week. So let's save the best for last, you know. So, but well, actually, no, I'm not the best, and because I'm the one doing the intros, I'd be going last. So let's do the best first. All right, the best, Matthew. What did you get this week? Tell him.
Well, I got first of all, I got a knockoff from Tight Pants Cody. It is a what the hell is it?
It starts.
It's Starscream, but it don't transform. It's one of those action hero things or whatever. I don't know. You saw them in the stores. They had to put them together, you know, and all that bullshit. And the face is horrendous. It's just, oh god, it's terrible. But on a better note, I got 2 tickets to Paradise. I got my TFCon tickets and I got my Skullfest tickets.
Yay!
So
let's make some noise for that, goddammit.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. 2 months out, and yeah, I'll be in the Baltimore area, whatever.
Baltimore.
Are they refundable?
No, they're not refundable. So I gotta go.
Skullfest is canceled. Irony, Matt. Irony.
I don't care. I'm coming to spend the weekend with you, Bobby B. I don't care if it's Skullfest or not.
And it was funny story there because Cody, you know, Cody actually hit me up a while ago. He's like, hey, send this to Matt. And that was one of the people who was trying to tell me to send stuff to people. And I was like, you have fingers. You can click send. What's your joke? It can be your joke. And he's like, haha, you're right. You know?
Oh, you're right.
I didn't know it was a secret. So then when Matt got it, I was like, oh, Cody sent it. That's funny. And Cody was like, why'd you tell him, mate? And I was like, what? You got to own that shit. When I send Matt something terrible, I own it like a badge of honor.
Yeah, he talks to me all day, all the morning, you know, up till I get the package. He's like, are you home yet? Are you home yet? Did you get the package?
That's when you know something's popping.
Oh, yeah, I know. Because Robert don't ever talk to me hardly anymore. But he sends me something.
Yeah, I know when Robert says you get the package, I know there's some bullshit in there.
Where'd you put that cardboard cutout, Bobby?
It's actually in his envelope. It's in his. I was gonna pull it out and put it on display. I actually had a plan for it. That was gonna be like a tradition. Like when you came into that room as a visitor, you had to do this to it before you left the room.
Kiss it to us.
But Adam talked some sense into me and was like, man, put that shit back in the envelope before that shit ends up in a video by accident because you're a fucking absent-minded, impatient fuck. And
Adam, wet blanket face.
That was a good idea. He's always that's my practical gnome in my corner. Like I got a little practical gnome. He just pops up and gives me good advice and fades into the darkness.
I don't think it's good advice at all. But fine, whatever. I would say maybe put it at the bottom of your toilet. You know.
The nice thing is I get to give the envelope to people as they come in to visit, and they get to have the same experience I did every time. You know what I mean? So,
okay.
Oh, that's good. Gift on keeps on giving.
Yeah.
So speaking of other things that you got, Bobby, what did you get or have an opportunity to review?
Actually, a very slow week. I did get the honor of 2 visits. One from Baltimore Brandon, and one from my buddy Evan. He's into groups and stuff. He's kind of out and about in the community, but he stopped by, and I had the opportunity to look. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, both things I got this week were mine. Let me think about that.
I had the opportunity to look at Baltimore Brandon's balls.
No, just his traps, bro.
He's got some nice traps.
I got this week Star Wars Black Series TRU exclusive SDCC Commander Gree.
Yay!
Wow.
SDCC Storm Collectibles exclusive Noob Cybot.
Oh, the one that is going.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's a great picture. That's all.
That's it. Slow week. I got a couple of more things coming this week from the Far East, but they're not here yet.
Oh, you mean Delaware? No?
Isn't that north?
Yeah, it's north.
It's
Whatever.
northeast.
Okay,
it's
well,
northeast.
Ohio?
It's northeast. It's northeast.
Okay, so
Hey,
Ohio is west.
What'd you get, Robert?
Oh, thanks for asking, Matthew.
Word.
I got a new little vape stick to be extra sneaky with.
Yours looks like a USB card.
It looks like a USB. It really does, but it hides behind your finger, and you can.
Oh, the smoking commercial, like that smoking one where they're doing smoking the USB, whatever.
You can vape anywhere, man, and no one will see you vape. It's really strong, though.
Oh, they'll be like they'll smell it. Like,
my buddy Gary always talks about the vape lean, like people that smoke, they smoke regular. People smoke cigars, smoke regular. People smoke pipes, smoke regular. But like people that vape, they like hold their hand up to their right shoulder and they like lean their chin into their right shoulder and hit it.
Yeah, because it looks like you're drinking out of a tube.
Yeah.
It's so embarrassed they have to make up their own
It's
lean.
so true. It's so true.
I actually know, because with this thing, I was on the beach, and I was like, this will come in handy because you can't really do that on the beach. And it looked like I was just like sticking my finger in my nose. I'm like, I'd rather than thinking I was sticking my finger in my nose than smoking. Yeah, and I also got in what the fuck is it even called? The Perfect Effect, Perfect Beast Origin Leonidas.
Nice.
And, yeah, you know what? I'll tell you what. In my honest opinion, if you have the first one, you don't need the second one. Not unless you hate the first one. And, I mean, the only thing you would really hate about it is the build. And sad to say, the build's the same. In fact, I don't know if it was release to release, unit to unit, but the new one's hips are looser than my original's hips, bot mode, which is disappointing. But I mean, if you don't have the first one, I would recommend getting this version because the first one was covered in paint. This one has even more paint. Like there's almost nothing that's not painted on this thing, and they changed the sculpt of the head to make it a little beefier because the first one had a little skinny head. This is a little beefier unit, and he doesn't have windshield titties now. He's got more techie titties, and they just the same color palette, but the composition's a little different, and the colors are richer, more metallic. Just so like I said, if you don't have the first one, get this. But if you have the first one, not sure if you really need this one.
This is the third one, isn't it? I thought they made another recolor already.
Xerxes, the one's different. It's a different. I mean, it's a horned lion.
Oh, okay.
And he's black and red, and he's
Gotcha.
He's a little different guy. This is just like, oh, we should have done this the first time, but the first one's really good. So that is fucking that. We'll move it along. Movie show news. Optimus Primal concept art for the last night. What?
This guy was beefy.
Dude, it looks great.
Yeah.
It looks better than every other movie design.
It's a big fella too, man. Shit.
It's really pretty.
No color, no lick of paint on it though.
Where would this have fit in? I mean, it was
nowhere.
Such a tight,
Did it matter?
Yeah, but that was a tightly woven story. I mean, where would it?
Tightly woven.
It looks this if the other robots looked as close to their G1 representation as this does to Beast Wars representation, and that is to say, I understand it's a departure, but if it was as close as this is, I would be A-okay with the designs.
You know what would have been really cool? Just throwing it out there, like when he was Nemesis Prime. Like the only way he could become good again was if he transferred his spark to another bot, and it became this. And then from that point on, he was, the gorilla.
Look, if I think if somebody watched, let's say somebody watched G1 and then watched Beast Wars and then kind of grew up and went about their normal life, right?
Grew up.
You know what I'm saying? Like that type of person. Like they watched it when they were a kid, enjoyed it, and then they went on to become an insurance salesman. Like,
so they physically grew up, but not necessarily emotionally.
No, emotionally as well. They just moved on. I think if I were to show them this slide and be like, "Who is this?" I think they would instantly say it's Optimus Primal. But if I were to show them the movie representation of, say, Hot Rod, or even one that's closer, like a Jazz, they'd have no fucking idea.
Correct. This looks badass.
I think that could have been in a flashback. I mean, because it was, they went in the past, so I mean, they could have put this guy like somewhere in the, way, way past or something.
Or what about if he was in the future?
Or it could be the future.
Ah, you hear Bobby's doing? Bobby's connecting this to another story he likes. Well, it depends on which story of apes, though, right? I mean, the new one doesn't really go into the future.
Speaking of apes, I watch Planet of the Apes today, the old ones.
Like the 70s ones?
Mm-hmm. Late 60s and early 70s.
Which one did you watch? All four?
No, they had Beneath the Planet of the Apes, and then they had Planet of the Apes, the first one.
All right, so that's the first and the second one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, my favorite is the third one.
That's when
it's
Empire Strikes Planet of the Apes.
I can never remember which one comes first, whether it's Battle for the Planet of the Apes or Conquest for the Planet of the Apes. But
I think the Battle is the third one. I think in Conquest it's the last. Wait, I don't know.
I think it was like Lunch with Planet of the Apes.
Dude, those movies are still good. Like they don't
watch them. Yeah.
They don't hold up 100%, of course, but they're still solid stories.
Yeah, there's something you can fall asleep on the couch too.
Or something you can enjoy in bed and eat popcorn with.
Something you can fall asleep and not watch.
Well, it was a 70. I mean, it's funny. I mean, it's just funny to watch it, but it's it's still entertaining.
Did you ever get a chance to watch War for the Planet of the Apes, Matt?
Yeah.
Did you?
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, it's. I don't know how it kind of it tied in. It's cool that they tried to tie it into the thing, but
I don't think it's a direct tie. I think it's just a loose tie. Like, it's just like,
yeah, something, a little nod to it.
Yeah, like this is going to go on in its own universe, and one day it will be similar to what you knew from back then, but it's still a different universe.
You sound like a Michael Bay apologist.
Dude, whatever, man. Dude, if any of those Michael Bay movies could get remotely close to any of those 3 ape movies, I'd be a fan.
If Michael Bay did that, the apes would just look like a bunch of innards and veins.
Innards. I didn't, it was called War for the Planet of the Apes, but there really wasn't a bunch of wartime. But I like they doing some.
A little bit of war in there, man. A little bit of war in there.
A little bit, but not enough. This is War for the. I thought it should have been.
Dude, I don't know, man. That movie's pretty tense from the moment it starts all the way to the end.
They could go camping. It was so tense.
Bobby, what do you think of War Planet of the Apes?
Anyway, so Matt left the show.
No, well, while we're on the subject of apes, let's talk more about apes. I got called a baboon on TFW.
That was awesome.
Well,
you must have been so happy.
Yeah.
Well, no, I would have been happy. Like I would have been happier if I was called an ape.
A bonobo.
I would take a bonobo. Koba was a bonobo.
Yeah.
Hey, did you say family when you responded?
I didn't respond. The truth is he's close. He's close. I'm not a baboon, but I'm a gorilla.
Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think they're going to make more?
No. But actually, they're not going to make more sequentially. There's rumors that spin-offs might be coming.
I don't know if you're a gorilla. You're more like a grown chimpanzee.
Maybe.
Like you're like a bonobo. Like how they're the furless chimpanzees, right?
They're not furless. Some of them have fur.
Like but they look like they have less hair on them, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty hairy though.
I think they'll make another one. As much money they made, I think they'll make another one.
I mean, it didn't do spectacularly.
Matt would be
but it still made. I mean,
Matt would be a little orangutan. He'd be that orangutan that taught people stuff.
Maurice.
Yeah, he'd be Maurice.
Mikey Shoulders would be a gorilla for sure.
Yeah.
I think Mikey Shoulders might be coming to NJCC with me next week.
Nice.
And
I'm gonna walk in there. I really hope I can go. I'm gonna get clearance with the boss. I'm gonna stuff my shirt with like t-shirts on the shoulders and walk in and introduce myself to him.
But I think a chimpanzee is a fair representation.
Yeah, you should have said thank you. And then family.
You should have said thank you.
Yeah, I haven't gone.
That's all he said.
I haven't
gone.
No. I'm sure he had other points. It's just
I would say bonobo. I would say bonobo more because they have sex a lot. Bonobos.
Yeah, I do a bit of that, but chimps. Like, I don't know. I don't want to get too much into it. I actually think that temperament-wise, if I were to compare myself to an ape, temperament-wise, I'm much more of a gorilla. Like, gorillas are pretty calm. They're pretty gentle. When they get angry, they get very angry. But otherwise, they're pretty calm, cool, and collected. Like, chimpanzees are like psychopaths.
They have a long fuse, right?
Yeah. Gorillas have a very long fuse. Chimps have a very short fuse.
I'm like a squirrel, probably.
No, you're Maurice. All right. Well, speaking of really fun things that sound interesting to watch, possible. And Greg, shout out to Greg. He couldn't be with us, but he did the show notes as always, faithfully. Possible, I yell because it's all caps, information on new animated TF movie?
Ooh.
Well, that's interesting.
A 3D CGI movie based on a well-established Hasbro property as their first project.
Ooh, Beast Wars.
Now, there is a My Little Pony movie already in production.
So what you think they're like mutually... You think like they're not mutually exclusive?
Do I think that they're the same thing?
No. I mean, you think that's slowing this up, or that?
No. I'm just making sure that this isn't what this is.
Oh, well-established Hasbro property. I see. We're just assuming it's Transformers.
Yeah,
it could be fucking Monopoly.
But they say Boulder Media is building a new feature animation division. Excited to offer a talented 3D CG supervisor the opportunity to join. They're looking for a supervisor.
One.
But
it says it was stated
place on Cybertron.
Yeah, it takes place on Cybertron regarding the origins of Transformers millions of years ago. So
I'm all in for this.
I I would respectfully submit that My Little Pony is not off the table.
But yeah, I'm curious for this. I just it depends on what route they go. You know, like if they go Bayformer route, I'm not interested. If they go almost anything, if they go RID route, I'm not interested. If they go IDW or War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, or G1 or something new that's still in that pocket, then I'm all in.
Oh, it's good to hear that you're being open-minded about it. It is.
Relatively open-minded.
I can't confirm or approve of this, so I don't know.
Well, you know what they say, Matt. Light shines on a dog's ass once a time.
Sometimes it does.
John, speaking of a dog's ass, John Cena cast in lead Bumblebee movie role.
Does he do the Tony Yayo dance?
I don't know what that is, but yes.
Like, I've seen him. Like I've seen people say mention him, and then they like wave their hand in front of their face.
Oh yeah, you can't see me. That's one of his catchphrase, whatever. How's he gonna be on there? We can't see him.
That's the Tony Yayo dance, man.
Oh, well, he does a Tony Yayo dance. Then.
Wait, a dude's dance is just putting his 5 fingers in front of his face
and waving them back and forth.
That's a dance?
That's a white man's dance.
No, Tony Yayo is definitely not white.
Oh.
That's a stupid dance.
I agree that it is a stupid dance.
You'd be standing there on the dance floor just doing that? You're like a girl twerking in front of you, and you're just like flashing your hands in front of your face?
I think you probably gyrate a little bit, you know what I mean? Gyrate and G-rate on election day.
I can't see you. All right, I think that is all.
I mean, no, I can understand why they did. I mean, you know, he is popular. I mean, I'm not gonna say. I mean, I like him as a wrestler. I mean, he's been in a couple of films, and you know, he's pretty.
Do you like him as a man?
It's out of left field. You know, that's the last person I thought they would pick.
Why?
For.
Wasn't he in G.I. Joe?
I don't know. I mean, it's just John Cena. I mean, it just.
Was he in G.I. Joe?
Was he in G.I. Joe? I don't think so.
No, it was not. That was Tatum, whatever. He was in Train Wreck or something with
Amy Schumann. Amy Schumacher? Amy
Schumann. He was pretty funny. I mean, he was pretty funny in the movie.
She was funny in that movie.
Did you hear the rumor that they actually had sex on screen?
I did not.
She insisted that he actually was inside her.
Good for her. Oh, Robert, I actually had somebody
speaking of which,
write me a message on a video this week that was like was a big fan of Shattercast until Robert trashed Trump supporters or something.
Oh my God.
In Facebook. I guess they saw you do it on Facebook somewhere.
Good job,
and then wrote best of luck to you, gentlemen. I mean, I just responded with, you know, do what you gotta do, buddy. But you know, I'm not really a political guy. I think all the motherfuckers are crooked. Anybody wears a suit, I look at it twice anyway.
Talk about sensitive. I think at one place I just said, "You must be a Trump supporter" as a joke, like amid like 20 lines of stupidity thrown at the person.
Robert.
You know, we live in a very sensitive world, man. Like,
oh my God.
I expect I this isn't a comment on this gentleman. I don't know him, but like I expect that people like that I listen to, like I listen to podcasts and stuff, and like I expect that their fucking opinions are going to be not identical to mine.
But I didn't even offer an opinion.
Even still, I mean, he obviously interpreted it as a difference of opinion.
Well, let me ask you this really quick, because I know you have a point, but he must have been a Trump supporter, right?
I would imagine.
Why would he take offense because I called someone a Trump supporter?
Because you probably called the person you probably called a Trump supporter was, I would imagine, not an ideal individual or making a good ideal or a great point. I would imagine that it wasn't somebody. I would imagine it wasn't somebody that made like a great point and dropped the mic, and you're like, dude, you must be a Trump supporter.
Yeah, I mean, like, no, it was like a silly comment.
No,
like,
of course, you were just joking. I mean, like,
yeah,
you could say whatever you fucking want.
It's like if you're a Trump supporter, say, yeah, I'm a fucking Trump supporter. Yes, but not like, oh, you said what? Because I am. Like, what? Grow a pair. Fuck, man. I didn't fucking deride anybody or whatever. I didn't, get out of here. No one made fun of you.
Good job, Robert. God.
Well, he's not even listening now. Jesus,
think
Bobby's point is, it's all shit. Because it is all shit.
Yeah, and not only that, but I mean, like, dude, like, if I had to stop listening to people that I didn't see the world the same way, like,
you wouldn't listen to anybody.
Yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't, like, or if they disliked something that I liked, like, dude, I would never have listened to NWA. I'd be like, dude, but I know some really stand-up great police officers.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't mean that I can't enjoy Fuck the Police in the privacy of my own vehicle. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just a good record.
Yeah, not even singing the words, just humming to it.
Yeah. I think the gem that I get out of all of this is knowing that because of these toys, I have something in common with people that I would normally have absolutely nothing to talk about with. And I wouldn't be able to relate to them or get to know them as people and kind of put all that shit aside and just become a friend with somebody.
Hey, that sounds like the realm.
Shut up. But it's true, though.
Yeah, I mean, and I think, like, just as a side note, I mean, we, like, the show, we don't even all agree politically. Like, I think that you and Greg are far more left. I think that Justin and I are far more centered. I'm probably to the left of center, and he's probably to the right of center, and Matt is a bit more right.
Yeah, but I mean, I
hate both sides, really, to tell you the truth. I'm tired of both sides, really.
Honestly, it's all out there in the political world. It's all a bunch of opportunistic power grab bullshit and manipulation and lies. It's all manipulation.
One of the best things I ever heard in regards to, like, government was a buddy of mine, Mall Rat. He definitely does not listen to the show, but shout out to that guy.
Shout out,
I was sitting next to him, and we were looking at these pictures of the plane that hit the Pentagon, right? And the question was asked.
You mean the thing that hit the Pentagon?
Oh, knock it off. The question was asked if if this looks like a plane, like if this looks like if you were to imagine what a plane looked like when it hit the Pentagon, would you imagine it to look this way? And they were trying to say it doesn't look like a plane hit it. And Mallrat's response was absolutely. And and like people kind of looked at him, and he was like, "I believe everything my government tells me." and they were like everybody kind of had like the what face, and he was like, "I do. I honestly do. Because I don't have time to figure out what's real and what's not. So I just believe what they tell me because I have more important things to do, like go to the beach."
That's true.
Or you could choose to not believe anything that you're
told. So what do y'all think about John
only
Cena?
Believe what you can see for yourself. Would you stop doing that, Matthew?
What do you think about John Cena? Oh, yeah. Hey, we hit 800 subs. Congrats. Yay.
Oh, wow. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I wonder who that 800.
Thanks to everybody who subscribes.
Here goes Bobby. He's going to unsub. Just bring it back.
I only did that to myself. I only did it to myself from my wife's YouTube account.
No, but honestly, though, back to what we were talking about, I would hope, and I expect almost, like from the real people that I meet and connect with, that they would know me enough to know that I'm not actually looking down on you for who you fucking voted for in an election. I wouldn't, but I'll joke around with you, and if you're gonna be all fucking, I mean, Jesus Christ, you're gonna be that sensitive. I'm sorry, but it's your problem.
People vote for who they want to vote for. They like who they want to like, and if somebody was like, man, like I can't believe people voted for Trump, I'd be like, I hear you. And if somebody was like, man, I can't believe people voted for Hillary, I'd be like, I hear you. I get it. I get how you could be appalled by both.
But if your feelings get hurt because someone calls you what you are, that reveals weakness.
I know. Yeah, I mean, I hear you, but that's not why the feelings were hurt. To be fair. The feelings were hurt because you were comparing what he is probably to something that was not shown in a.
I didn't say you're an idiot like a Trump supporter.
But it doesn't matter if somebody was like the world is flat and you wrote you're probably a Trump supporter. What you mean is you're probably a Trump supporter because it's a stupid fucking thing to say.
That's an assumption. You'd have to say.
Oh my God, with your lawyer, dude! And this is why the world hates. This is why the world hates lawyers.
You would have to say, why did you just say that to me? And then I would backpedal. So yes. Anyway, back to John Cena. Is this John Cena Marky Mark isn't going to be in the next one? Is that it?
No, this is Bumblebee. He wasn't going to be in. Nobody. They're going to be in that one. So.
Do you think
it's a whole new? It's a whole new cast.
Do you think Nitro Zeus will be in it?
God, I hope so.
Just so he comes in and goes dun 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 Nitro Zeus dun 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 dun.
Is that what happens in the movie? Is that the music that plays?
Yeah, well, that's his theme song when he comes out when he wrestles.
Gotcha.
If you look up silly like John Cena spoof videos, like they take him his signature move on like everyone you could imagine. It's hilarious. He does this kind of like what did they used to call that? What was that originally? Was it a DDT? Jake the Snake used to do it, and they call it something different now. I'm not sure, but so they do it to it. Like I think
he does a thing like when The Rock did the People's Elbow. He does something like that, and he does the.
He grabs you by the neck, and he jumps down with you backwards, with your head facing up, and he's holding your head, and over his shoulder. That's his move, right?
Yeah, it's like I forgot what it's called. It's he basically puts you on his shoulders and he flips you over. And that's what he does. That's
you
one
ever
of
heard that song, Christmas Song by Froggy Fresh?
I just listened to it 5 seconds ago.
He talks a lot about John Cena in that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
But
it's pretty funny.
His catchphrase is, "You can't see me," and all that stuff, and he waves his hand in front of his face, so nobody's going to be able to see him because, that's the joke. Nobody sees him.
So.
Go ahead, third party news.
Let me hit the vape.
God, that sounds so good.
They don't have my bubble gum at the store anymore.
No bubble?
I'm gonna have to go like you, Bobby, and just like order online.
Yeah.
With those KO bottles. Oh Jesus Christ, those bottles! Like you can feed a fucking baby beaver with those bottles. Like those aren't made for vape juice.
What would you do with baby beaver for?
Bobby's got these like baby feeding bottles that he uses that he gets his vape juice shipped in.
Oh, okay.
Like weird. Anyway. TF Nation Convention exclusive MAAS Toys Rune.
It's not Mars.
Mars.
Did you confirm or approve?
Yeah, I've confirmed.
MAAS.
Any? Well, since you have the inside scoop, did you ask what it means?
I did not. But I do want to make a statement about this. This is not my box art. As a heads up to everybody.
This is a exclusive TF Nation. Shout out to Emily. She's going. I'm sure she's excited about this.
I don't know if they'll have a different box at TFCon DC with mine on it. I'm not sure. This is not mine. This is better than mine. But this is not mine.
Yeah, right. Look at Bobby's being all political. I don't think it's fucking better than yours. Why'd they do that?
No, it is better than mine. That's a different question. That I'm not sure about.
No, it's not. That's sloppy. I'm sorry. I know you've got to be nice.
No. I'm not happy about it either.
That shit's sloppy. Bobby Skullface. That looks like look. You can even see the fucking. They can't even color in the goddamn lines.
What?
The goddamn lines cross over on themselves and shit.
Where at?
Look at his face. Look above
hers.
Hers. Oh, I didn't notice.
What colors cross over the lines?
Look. Okay.
I don't see no color crossing.
Her left Starscream ear.
Uh-huh.
So your right side,
uh-huh.
You can see like black ink is coming out over the line where it was coming over from like the backpack of the shoulder pad or something.
Oh, that's the fax. That's because they faxed it to him.
No. That's because those lines aren't clean.
That's because that shit is sloppy.
No, I mean I think no. Wait a minute, because I'm being honest here. This is 100% honest. I think that this piece is great. My lines are better than these, but that's because I painstakingly clean every line.
This does not look professional. This art.
I think they did. Job. I think they did a good job.
Yes,
all right.
Look, dude. I'm being straight up. When I saw this, I was a little irritated. Just
get out of here. I don't believe you one bit. I know you're being honest, but I still don't believe you.
You don't think I was irritated?
No, I don't think this looks good. And I think you.
Let me talk for a second. Fine.
Keep it 100.
I always keep it 100. So when I looked at this, I was like, damn. I was like, that's not mine. And then I clicked on it to see it close up, and I was like, they didn't use mine. And then I instantly got irritated because I was like, man, like I spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of time on that shit. Like, And then my mind went to, man, I hope this motherfucker didn't get paid because I know I didn't get paid. You know, like that's where my mind went. And then I took a minute, I took a step back, and I was like, this piece is a better piece than what I did. I agree with you, Robert, that the lines are not as clean as my lines. I agree with you, but the pose, like the layout of it all, is better than mine. So I can't help but think maybe they chose this because of that. Mine was a very stagnant pose because he hit me up and was like, "Look, I need another one. Do you think you can get it done in a week?" And I was like, I can probably do 2 weeks, and I busted my ass to get it done in 2 weeks. So I was a little irritated that it didn't get heads up, but I'm also open to the idea of, well, this was a TF Nation exclusive. Maybe there's going to be a DC exclusive with a reboxing of it that would have mine, and then no harm, no foul. But I don't know because no one told me.
I'm sorry. Let me just say, as a totally I have no connection to anything. If I see that toy in the box with that art, I'm passing. I'm just like, what is this? Fan fucking fiction figures? Sorry.
I'm passing.
I'm not interested. Jesus Christ.
I'm very, like, I don't think I don't even consider myself an artist when it comes to drawing. Like, I'm very, if I'm humble about anything, it's about my drawing. I'm self-conscious about it. I'm never happy with it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Listen to him brag.
But one thing I do well is my lines, and that's because I clean the fuck out of them. I every single line I sharpen, I shape, and reshape until it's pretty close to perfect. And it's not always perfect. I don't think on any piece it's ever perfect. But just on my Transformer work, I spend a day or two just cleaning lines. So nobody does that because it doesn't make sense to do it because it looks fine when you don't do it. Like this looks fine. But like line work wise. But the pose, the layout of this, the pose, all that stuff is great. I think they did a great job in that regard. It's just
the one where she's blue looks all right, but that other shot where you see her in gray looks terrible.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the one that's in blue is zoomed in a lot. That's why you can see the lines so clearly in all the
gray.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The one that's in gray is zoomed in a lot. That's why you can see all the lines and the problems with the lines. The one where it's zoomed out, it's not as noticeable. But if you look at mine, like if you can zoom in 1,000% and they're sharp as fuck because I've reshaped every line, every fucking line.
I would expect that from work. That's how I work, though. You know, I don't accept any correctable errors. They better be corrected, or that shit's stop.
How many boxes do you expect to sign at DC?
Honestly, 0.
No, you're signing mine. Fuck that.
Right,
you better write something special too.
1. I mean, like I don't like in my head, in my head, I'm always like whenever I do something like this, like most things, like whenever I draw something, I'm like, nobody's gonna like this. Whenever I do a review, I'm like, nobody's gonna like this review. Whenever I do a fucking song, I'm like, man, nobody's gonna like this shit. Like the everything I do, I'm like after I do it, I'm like disgusted with it. It takes a while for me to come around to it.
Dude, I'm just gonna right now. There's gonna be a lot of people just gonna buy that thing just for you to sign it. I guarantee you.
Well, just as long as they know it doesn't. Like I appreciate the love, but it doesn't. And by all means, buy it. And I'm happy to sign the box. I'm looking forward to get boxes of my own so that I can have them on display because I am proud of them. But it doesn't put any money in my pocket. If you think that it's
yes, it does because it's $5 a signature. Bitches.
No, it's
yeah. I'll give you $1.
No, it's not.
I'll slip you $1.
It's
like
it does cost you five fingers in a handshake.
No, I'll give you $1 like a G-string dollar.
That I'll take.
All right.
6, 5 in a handshake and a goose. All right, Zeta Toys Armageddon combined mode.
We didn't even talk about. We didn't even talk about the toy. Or did y'all like it?
It's just a recolor, you know. It's,
okay. I don't know, just like
supposedly this is a female character. That's all I know about.
Yeah, it's female.
It's fucking blue. Whee!
Oh, I got a funny story about the song Blue. So that's where I'm going. So I was on the block, which to anybody listening is it used to be like 4 blocks of strip clubs, but it's now been pretty much, shut down to 1.5 blocks of strip clubs on Baltimore Street in downtown Baltimore, and it's just commonly referred to as the block. I think there's actually a YouTube documentary about it, that was done in the 70s.
Really? Hold on. to that.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's like it's part of. I'm taking you, Matt. When you come, I'm going to take you.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But it's like it's a piece of Baltimore history, and it's a fucking shit show down there. So I'm a big fan. The bars are sketchy as fuck. The strip clubs are even worse. Like it's a mess, but I love it. It's a beautiful, ugly thing. And I was on this corner getting ready to cross the street, and I had a couple of friends with me, and then this guy who I didn't know at all, like, just came stumbling up, like, half drunk, standing next to me. And he had just left the chicken spot, which was right next to this one club. And this car came down the street blasting that blue song, the I'm blue, da-dee-dee, da-dee-da, da-dee-dee. And I didn't know this guy at all, and he just looked over at me and just said, the fuck yo listening to?
You said the coolest song ever.
It was like the greatest thing ever. I like because that song was like huge at the time, But for this guy, that song, like, that was the first time he had ever heard it. Like, it doesn't exist in his world, which I thought was awesome.
That shit was fucking the bomb overseas, man.
It's funny. We were driving home a couple weeks ago. I forgot to mention this last time, and I had 97.1 as like the hip hop station.
Hot 97.
Hot 97. I never play, the radio in the car. And I just started again, and I was playing that, and I swear, like, we were driving for like 15 minutes, and we thought it was the same song playing. It was just like, hello, 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 hello.
That's how they rap these days, man.
Yeah,
Is it? Bobby, go for this.
Put it in the bag and go. Get it, take it out the stove.
Yeah, it's called mumbling. It's called mumbling
No,
rap.
that's not even the mumbly shit. Like that's just like some.
You put some respect on that mumbling rap, man.
I don't know. That music has taken a real
It's trash,
nosedive.
basically.
Yeah. So speaking of trash, let's see.
Oh,
first,
you better knock it off. You better knock it off.
Don't you trash Zeta Toys in front of Bobby.
This thing looks fucking great.
What happened to the propellers?
That thing on his arm with blast off looks like it shoots bubbles.
Dude, I love that.
That looks like a bubble machine. On his arm.
That's
I love that.
I love that.
We're gonna see.
Hey, somebody needs to show some patience with them kids.
Hey,
she's saying they're going for a walk and she's yelling, "Bye, Daddy. Love you, Daddy. Later."
Tell her to relax.
Ask her if there's a door to your office that they can close on their way out.
The door's closed. Hey, Azalea. Azalea, you need to relax.
That's what
you need to relax. All right. I'm gonna shut. That was the door open.
What happened to the propellers on blast
yeah,
off?
The propellers are still remain unsightly, but the rest of this shit I'm in love with, and I'm telling you now, I feel like I'm gonna have the last laugh on this shit.
No, I mean there's only two showing. Where'd the other ones go? Are they down or are they?
I'm guessing they're just on the other side.
They broke.
Break on two.
I hope the gimmick on this is you push a button and blast off and bubbles start shooting out of that arm.
Dude, I love the way it looks. I love the way that shit looks, man. I think it looks like an arm cannon.
Hey, you know what I hope they have a gimmick is? That they have something in the back, and you just push it and it explodes, just like in the cartoon.
Okay, what do you dislike about this figure, Bobby?
I think that Brawl looks like a potential fail point.
Yeah. Yeah, that weird fold.
I think this pose right here is a lot better than that first one. I guess how you just pose it looks
No,
good.
man, that shit. Even the first one, I personally think the first one looked better. But like, I'm telling you, I think this bitch is gonna be great combined. I really, really do.
Looks like he's wearing Galvatron shoes.
Yeah, he does.
Robert, you're better than that. Come on.
Yes, you are better than that as well, though. But I think that the hips, all that shit, the hips and knees, that's what's gonna make this thing fucking stand apart.
So are you okay with there being no flap on the outside of the hip?
Yeah, I'm glad it doesn't bother me.
Yeah. How tall is he? Y'all remember?
He's gonna be about the same size as Constructor, so about 20 inches, 21 inches, somewhere in that pocket.
I may be in on these now.
Let me say one thing about the aesthetics, Bobby. Because
you mean one more thing?
Let me say one more thing. As get bigger, right? It's like zooming in. The imperfections magnify. I think Constructor's beautiful, but this, that's gonna be a big bubble wand on his arm, man.
So look, I like that. I get that it's a problem for you. I get that from this conversation. A message received. You don't like
It looks like a spider face, like
Hey,
spider.
do you think
it does, but I think
that
that shit looks cool. Like I think it looks like he's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, like it's gonna shoot fire out of it. Like he's got like a flamethrower.
And you're
But
looking,
no, it's gonna be bubbles. It's gonna be bubbles.
and you're looking down on them, and it looks cool. Like that's another thing. Like a lot of times when you see pictures of stuff like this, you're always looking up at them because it makes it look more intimidating. That angle always makes it look more intimidating. This is looking down, and it still looks cool. Like I have a very good feeling about this.
Mark this, and so we can go back and tell Bobby was wrong.
Yeah, and you know what, dude? I might be. You never know until it's done.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I mean,
All I know is that Constructor is built beautifully, and the arm on Bruticus, the Vortex arm, is built beautifully. That's all I can say.
I'm just saying it looks a lot better. I mean, from the first picture to this picture, I think it looks a lot better like this, and it makes me want. I may go in on them. I think the first two limbs are almost out, aren't they? Over in Japan?
Dude, and they're cheap.
$60 is not.
Like, oh man, I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm getting the Unique Toys one too. Don't get me wrong. And that's supposed to be hitting soon also. I'm getting that from Titan One, and I'm looking forward to it.
Right? He's smaller, right? He's smaller than this one, right?
Yeah, he's smaller than this one, and I don't think the Bruticus looks great, but I think the bots look fantastic, and I'm looking forward to getting them. And I'm happy. I couldn't be happier with my options for Bruticus right now. I literally couldn't. I have a great Bruticus, a great looking Bruticus to me coming, and a great looking set of Combaticons coming, and they both are different. I had this fucking fly buzzing around my room, and it's driving me nuts. You hear clapping, that's what it is. Me trying to kill this goddamn fly.
What's Warbotron going to be to you? The vehicle modes?
Vehicle modes. Because honestly, like I
thought Unique Toys would be your vehicle modes, man.
The Unique Toy? No. They look great as bots. They look and like my fucking collection is going G1 cartoon because that's what Fans Toys and Takara are going. So those are the two leading companies. So like I feel like I don't have a choice but to kind of keep that aesthetic.
Can I ask you a question here?
No.
Do you mind how Swindle's underpants is showing on his leg? Look, it's just underpants.
No, it doesn't.
Right down his leg.
Where's his underpants at?
Look at the Swindle leg.
Yeah, it's sitting right there. No, it doesn't bother me.
It's a pair of underpants, or it looks like an alien face sticking his tongue out.
Hey, where's the face at on this guy, Robert?
On his chest, it looks like a really happy six-eyed alien. He's like,
he's happy. I got a popsicle.
I'm so happy. And then there's an alien on his leg sticking his tongue out.
There's an alien below the happy alien. It's like a robot alien from the Jetsons, and his mouth is just straight across.
Oh, dun 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 dun.
But yeah, I'm just saying. People are laughing at this. People are saying it's going to be junk. People are like, blackout. Look at, that's not Vortex, is it, guys? That's blackout, right? Am I right? And I'm just telling you, I'm going to be the one laughing last on this one.
But I think the reason why people are saying that because of the drop in price, because I think that people are going to think that it's going to be crappy because they're so affordable.
I think it's mainly the aesthetics. I think it's mainly that the bots look fucking ridiculous. And I get it. I'm right there with all of you that are like, dude, the bots look like trash. I'm like, yeah, they do. I agree, sir.
But they'll never be in that mode.
But they'll never be in that mode, and this Bruticus looks delightful.
That brawl is really weird. The way it folds over.
It's not the fold over. It's all that shit below the fold over. The fold over is fine. It's that shit below it. That shit below
how
it.
Secure is that?
Yes, exactly. That's the question. How secure is it? But once I get it, and if it locks all in, I'll be able to be like, sleeping easy tonight, boys.
Are those his arms, or his legs like bent at 90 degrees below that fold over? What is that?
That's the tread. You mean the tread part?
No.
Is it right below the fold over? Is his forearm? That's his shoulder and forearm, and then going down to his thigh and calf.
Ooh. It's gonna like a broken leg syndrome.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, I have this feeling that no matter what I said, like if I was like, no, that's his foot and knee. You would have been like, ooh, I don't know.
Well,
wait, Robert, it's his head and shoulders. You'd be like, shampoo.
It's his ankle.
Shampoo.
It's his ankle.
Looks like shampoo.
No. It's just if it was his leg, I would think perhaps with a strong ratchet that could be a little more secure. But if it's his fucking elbow, Like,
well, that's how he's always been like that.
I mean,
that's how he goes into.
Elbows and shoulders tap together all the time.
His legs have always been below him when combined mode.
that's just a hollow fucking leg. That's a hollow looking leg.
It's no MMC Terragus, I guess.
This is true. This is true.
I think
that's Blur.
I think a lot of people in the fandom are gonna be like, if it is shitty, I'm not saying it is, but they're gonna be like, well, because it was $60, what do you expect, And I just feel like some people are gonna be like that.
I'm not gonna say all that. I think that they're able to keep this shit cheap because they've already made their money for designing it from Toy World. And is that shitty? Maybe, but I don't know the ins and outs of it, and that's the end of that for me. I think
not gonna make their problem his problem.
Yeah, they already got an average. I would say of $50,000 for this design. I would just estimate. Like I've heard from designers that the average design goes for $10,000. So if they got charged 5 designs, that they made $50,000 already for their work on this, so they're able to be like, look, we can undercut everything and fucking, And is that shitty? Maybe. I don't know all the ins and outs, but quite possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's shitty what Walmart does too. More low savings for someone else though.
But I'll tell you, you know what though? The funny thing is nowadays I feel no urgency. I'll get it if it's good. I know I can pick it up eventually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Third party's available now. I mean, back when it started, you had to get it.
The only question is if a person is going all in on a Bruticus and this ends up being as good as Constructor, and then they go all in on a Bruticus and pay 40 times 5 more for the Unique Toys one, and it's not as sturdy as this. Oh, there's going to be some internet tears. The internet tears are going to be pouring in by the bucket loads.
I think you'll see a lot of denial.
I'm saying of course. I'll be like, no, it's fine. I bought a spork from Bojangles and I stuck it behind it. Now it stands fine. Oh,
I'm fine. Floor polish.
Sorry. I just had to go to Bojangles and get a free spork. Big deal, guys.
Just a little floor polish and it was tight.
I had to go all the way to Bojangles because it's next to impossible to find a decent spork. But once you get one,
does somebody want a Bojangles or something?
No, I just did it. Sporks.
Whose idea did they steal this from? Hasbro.
Oh yeah,
Hasbro, Takara.
That's right. Oh, the DX9. They didn't put. Gray didn't put in the DX9 finished photos of Power Glass. Speaking of which.
That looks good.
Greg's been busy this week, so I get it. But it looks like it has a paint finish on it. Like it looks like it has like a candy red paint finish on it.
Could this be a turnaround for DX9? Could they be?
This might be. They have a lot of potential to really make a big statement. I feel like with this figure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay,
it looks really good with the new pictures, with Ellen together with Prime and all that stuff. It looks really good.
Let me ask you this though.
Uh-oh.
What are your thoughts on the chances that an MP Power Glide is going to be coming out soon?
I mean, me personally, I don't think that's on their top tier list. Soon.
That's crazy. That would sell.
I mean, a MP anything would sell.
MP anything, especially a mini bot. And since I've only done Bumblebee, oh yeah, any of them. Beachcomber.
But do you think that MP Power Glide at the Takara price point of $130 would fucking sell more than an MP Jazz?
No, Jazz would sell more.
Of course.
Yeah, Jazz would sell more.
Of course.
Yeah, but I mean, it would put a sock in, DX9's mouth, real quick if they came out and showed photos of MP Power Glide. That would hurt.
Definitely. I mean, it would destroy the chances of that toy doing well unless DX9 got it out quick. Like it would destroy the chances. I mean, you could.
It looks like it's almost ready to come out.
Yeah, it does. I mean, and dude, I'm excited. I'm like, yeah, bring that shit on. But I think we might be seeing more of that, which is cool. You see the shit and then it's hitting the stores.
Didn't they do it with what just came out recently that they just showed it and it came out at KFC, the Triple Checker.
Yeah, 8-Face, and I feel like Snapdragon is on its way.
Yeah. But there was another, wasn't there some MP I don't know, it was shown real quick and then
their Trailbreaker and Hoist hit real quick once they showed finished pictures of it.
Yeah, I think. I mean, we've said that. Y'all have said that. That I think they're going away from showing stuff a year out. They're going to start showing stuff.
They can't afford it. They can't afford to do it because they keep stepping on each other's dicks.
And I appreciate that more as a collector. I just lose that excitement when I see it so much.
I was actually listening to Realm of Collectors this week, and they had a really good discussion about Phoenix, and
they did.
And it was interesting to listen to because like I kind of like I definitely agreed with the people that were saying it was great, and I agree with the people saying that it was far better than Chronos, and I think that. I love J. Ruse and I love Dust Mites to shreds. They both know that, but I think that they're halfway ridiculous for even bringing that toy up in the same.
Relax,
sentence.
guys, relax.
But some of the points that Dust got to make when he wasn't, Dust is an animated dude, so he's just throwing shade, so to speak, and he's pissing Brian Brink off, and it was great. But like when Dust backed that down a notch and just made his I'm not gonna say authentic because I think everything that he said he felt, but his more heartfelt points, I was like, dude, I get that. Like he was like, I've had Chronos on my shelf for so long that getting this like upgraded Chronos, for lack of a better term, doesn't give me that same excitement. I'm like, dude, I get that. I think if I had Chronos on my shelf and then I got Phoenix, I would have been like, oh yeah, cool, this is better. But having not had Chronos and got Phoenix, I was like, fuck yeah, Jetfire's here. Like I felt a little different.
Yeah, they popped the Chronos, popped that cherry.
Yeah. And so I think that there is an element of that goes away when you start seeing images, and then before you know it, you get your shipping notice.
Oh yeah, because we saw Phoenix last year, right, at TFCon, and that's just a year goes by and you're just like I forgot about it. Just imagine if we would saw it just like a month ago and he popped out and he came out.
Right.
Oh my God, that would have been like, holy shit, this is the best thing ever come out of Phoenix Toys.
I'll tell you what though, the DX9, like the reputation is like gone down to the point for me where I don't think I want to buy this just based on their other releases. Like not unless someone says, what really
they haven't really put anything out
for me. What really killed them was Mitron for me. Like that really fucking stuck with me.
Yeah, the way that the barrel connected was fucking stupid.
And that's the way it looked from the side. It just felt like it wasn't like they released it secretly, like they were planning it. It seemed like a rush job,
Yeah, I hear you there.
So I don't know. And I'm not excited. I didn't get the handled 6-shot, but just looking at it.
He was pretty good. I mean, he was like some of the modes were a little wonky, but
yeah.
But the figure was well built, well made, like. So we know that this Power Glide looks good. We don't have to worry about that. Both modes look good. We all agree, right?
Yeah, that's just weird.
So
it does look...
so if it looks good, and the build stays consistent with the rest of their builds, because even Megatron is built well. It's not engineered well because of that barrel, but it's built well.
Yeah.
I think that this could be a big game changer for DX9.
Oh man, I think the only thing that DX9 hasn't really put out anything bad. I mean, just people replace it because Masterpiece comes out or something. Or Fans Toys. But as far as DX9, I don't think that somebody they have put out a crappy.
No, I don't think so either. I mean,
and there's
Chigger.
They only get replaced because of stuff.
I feel like Chigger is the one that's most showing his age.
But he was good for when he came out.
I agree. And I mean, Carrie is still awesome.
I love Carrie. Carrie's one of my favorite, third-party things. And like I said, the only reason why the DX9 has anybody replaces it because something just, a better company comes along. I think DX9 is in that middle slot. They're not terrible. They're not great. They're just there.
I agree with you, sir. You and I are in 100% agreement.
And I think Power Cloud is going to be good. And I think he could stand his time because I don't see anybody else doing him.
I'm with you, dude.
But if Masterpiece, does come along, yeah, he's going to get replaced. But I think this DX9 one's going to be.
Dude, I'm willing to say if this is built well, this shit, like this Power Glide would be in the same boat.
Oh, don't say it.
It would be in the same boat as Sun Surge for me. Where I'd be like, look, it's just not worth spending the money for the Masterpiece when I have this.
A lot of people feel like that too. I'm sure they would. I mean, I wouldn't be it because I would replace it. But
no, I get that. I'm just saying that I think that if this is built as good as it looks, I don't think it's replaceable.
Jack Nicholson. Maybe this is as good as it gets.
Dude, I love that movie.
So, I don't know. You know what it is? Also, like, I'm really tired of getting stand-ins, like jumping on the first release only to have something better come out.
Same too, kind of.
Like Gundog, versus Fans Toys, Willis.
But sometimes you gotta pay to play. Sometimes you want to check out stuff, and just what you're collecting for.
And also, just like I think that we're all getting a little savvier.
Yeah.
Like for instance, let's take Trailbreaker and Hoist. Did you buy a Trailbreaker and Hoist, Robert?
Yes.
You bought the MMC of both?
I bought Bad Cube Hoist and MMC Trailbreaker.
Okay. Matt, did you buy an MMC? I mean, did you buy a Hoist and a Trailbreaker?
Freudians, dude.
I bought the Bad Cube Trailbreaker. I did not get a Hoist yet.
Okay, so I did the same thing. And why didn't you buy the Hoist?
Because Masterpiece or MP said they're going to make two, or they make theirs.
Well, they said that well after MMC and Bad Cube had released theirs, and not too long before Keith released his. So that can't be why.
I don't know. I didn't want to get it.
I bought the Bad Cube Trailbreaker and then I sold it.
I did too.
And I didn't buy another Trailbreaker and I didn't buy a Hoist because I knew for a fact that Fans Toys was coming.
Fans Toys or MP is going to come out, so that's the reason why
But I think that 2 years ago we would have bought and swapped.
Yeah.
So I think that we've all become a little savvier.
Yeah. Like I'm not going to buy any Springers until either Fans Toys or Masterpiece comes out. When I'm going to get Fans Toys, but
yeah, exactly.
You have tons of Springers.
Great example.
Yeah. I mean, I just and the money wise, I mean, it's the money. I mean, I don't want to spend $150, $200 and knowing that I'm not going to get my money back for it because something else is from Fans Toys or Masterpiece that drops the price already.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't want to do it anymore.
I hear you, and I think that 2 years ago we would have just been wrapped up in excitement.
True. Yeah. Like and we said that a lot. Like, oh my God, look at all the competition. Look at all what we have now. Right. We have 5 people making something.
So I say that to say this. With Robert saying I'm tired of buying stand-ins, like Robert, I mean, the old Robert joke, right? He's got more money than sense. Like
what?
Like
I made it that Bobby B review money.
That's still true. Nobody makes that Bobby B.
A lot of people make that Bobby B.
I ain't got rooms with rooms. I ain't got a closet with a closet in it.
Robert D probably makes Bobby B review money in a day.
We'll say that yet. Yeah.
So I think that maybe it's a and I don't mean this as a snide remark. I mean this as like a loving statement from outside that maybe it's a you problem. Maybe taking a step back and being like, I don't need to get this MMC Trailbreaker when I know that Fans Toys is coming.
Fans Toys.
I don't need to get this.
Wait. Step back. Hold on. I don't think Fans Toys is better than Perfections, the Perfection series.
Yeah, we'll see, buddy.
Challenge.
We'll see,
if MMC Perfection series did this fucking little red airplane, the Red Baron, I'd be all over it.
Yeah. We'll see, buddy. We'll see, buddy. We'll see, buddy.
Damn well if Fans Toys announced
dude,
a Power Glide.
Of course, Robert.
Be like left in the dust.
Not even aside of that, but I mean, of course, Robert is going to buy the Fans Toys Hoist and Trailbreaker. Of course, he is.
No, I'm not.
Okay. He will.
You know why? No. I'll tell you the honest truth. Why I'm not.
I keep it 100 too.
No. Honestly, because I don't love the characters so much to care. I love.
Oh, that's why you like the MMC one, because you're like, look, I don't really give a fuck.
No.
I had this little cardboard stick figure, like I sent Bobby cut out for him, and now I can replace that.
No. The MMC Trailbreaker, I love. I love that figure almost as much as Backdraft. You hate it, and I understand your issues.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
The pose, the articulation. There's something so.
Dude, I think it's a really solid stand-in.
And there's something about the Perfection series articulation proportions I personally like, and I can see other people not. But yeah, I mean, Bad Cube. And you know what? I'm not a resell guy, and I think I need to get into that. But I'm a lazy guy.
Speaking of which, Robert D will be at New Jersey Comic-Con, Collectors Con next
Comic-Con.
Saturday. And he will have some toys available. He's going to get you.
What?
Be looking forward to seeing in the group. He's going to list some things that he's going to have available to buy out of his car.
No, I'm gonna have my Bobby Skullface's table.
We'll see how the room is. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm right next to the artwork. What do I want to get rid of? I got a Toy World Hardbone.
No. You're not gonna take Shattercast time to do it. But
Let's see. What else do I got?
Yeah, don't take our time, man. That's not free airtime.
I have some Bobby B signatures I can apply to anything.
Yeah,
what now?
They're Bobby B Repro-Label stickers.
Ooh, that is a good idea. Because I have a label. I have a scanner, a printer, and labels. I could just scan.
Yes, pack me some.
Slap it on.
Hey, is Pake for Life's logo on that Diaclone MMC repaint thing?
Where are you going with this?
I'm asking.
I don't know.
What are you saying it like that for?
Because I didn't buy it.
No, dude. I'm not fucking. Not everything. I'm not a lawyer. Everything with me is not a trick bag. It's a legitimate question.
That's true.
Let's see here. What is it?
Oh.
MMC Diaclone. Let me just see if that brings up anything.
The Diaclone
He
driver.
isn't part of the design. He does the instructional, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah. No, but they put tags on a whole bunch of shit. You know, I was just curious. Like, I hope he got some love with that. You know, like he does.
Dude, did y'all hear that people are trying to sell stuff that are big time reviewers have been selling or been reviewing and they're trying to sell it for more, like Thew and some other stuff. But people are trying to sell their stuff and it's been reviewed by this big time reviewer and they're trying to get more money out of it. I don't know if y'all heard that.
I think there's value in that.
I think
I honestly, the stuff that Bobby's reviewed, that Justin's reviewed, that Matthew's reviewed.
Don't even put me in the same sentence as those two guys.
I cherish the stuff. I wouldn't want to get rid of it as much.
Well, you know what? Brave did. He got my Dicka and he told me to sign the pamphlet or whatever, the instructions, and he sold the toy and kept the instructions.
Sold the.
No, it's ages 3 and up.
I sold the one I bought. I still have your Dicka.
I don't see him on here, man. That's a bummer. I hope it's on here. I was gonna congratulate him, but
Congratulations, Henry.
Anyway, but yeah, no. So they're selling it. They're trying to sell it themselves for more.
No, some other people that bought.
Oh, okay. Well, then yeah, that makes sense. I think it would be kind of a scumbag move if it was.
Not the reviewer. No.
Yeah, if it was the reviewer doing it, like, hey man, I breathed on this. Like,
dude, I can see some people. I can see someone doing that. I'm not gonna say names.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. But I think that would be kind of a scumbag move. But I think somebody else saying, look, this was so and so's, it might mean something to you. I don't think whatever, man. Like,
I'm just saying there was a little discussion about it. I'm just saying I didn't say there was anything wrong or right about it. I'm just saying that.
No. I'm not saying that you are either. I'm just talking about it just openly.
Well, what if it was a toy that you reviewed? The person who sent it to you was selling it and bragging about how it was the one you reviewed.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
It's his toy. I mean, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I mean, like that might mean something to somebody. Like for instance, like I have a favorite reviewer. You know what I mean? And like if he had reviewed a piece and I was in the market for that piece, like I can see myself.
Oh boy, Anthony's Coast.
I can see myself kicking out. I can see myself kicking out a couple extra dollars to be like, look, man, like this was Homeboy's fucking piece.
Like a G-string dollar or just $1?
No.
Shoutouts to Anthony's Customs.
No, I mean, I think the dude does good review. There's another dude I like too. Let me give him a shout out. I gotta figure out. I don't know.
T2RX6.
Does it
Yeah,
rhyme
of
with
course,
up the bottomest?
I have let me see. I'm subscribed to him. I don't know how to really work all these apps.
Shout out to that guy that gives us thumb downs too, man. Shout out to that guy.
We know who it is now. We know.
Yeah. Oh, D Amazing. Like capital D, skip a space, amazing. Like I think he does solid reviews. I like at the end of the review he asks everybody to make sure they're drinking their water. Like I think that shit's funny.
That's a big deal.
You know, he's like, I hope you all the best. Hope you're all drinking your water. Like, I think that's just funny. But he does a good review. Like, and I can see myself like, look, man, I'm a fan of this guy's work. I got, but if in the same breath, if Anthony's Customs or if D Amazing was selling a piece online and saying like, hey man, I handled this, would like here's and here's it's $20 over retail, I'd be like, come on, Mac.
Oh, I can't wait for this NJCC. I'm just staying at your table the whole time.
Like
I'm gonna have a sign up.
You
watch reviews,
dude. Every time I go to NJCC with Robert, I come back and my self-esteem is 10 times smaller.
Oh, that's your dinger?
Come on. Can't be that small standing next to Tony. He's like 3 feet tall.
That's true. That's true.
All right, moving it along to Hasbro news. Japanese 7-Eleven exclusive MP10 Prime MP7.
You said exclusive.
This is not the freshest air. This has been stagnating, this news. But
this is
I need some more green, man.
7-Eleven Prime. This is stupid.
Get the fuck out of here.
Over in Japan though, not here.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Next.
More green. Needs more green, man.
I mean, in the MP10, like in Facebook with another TRU exclusive release, and everybody's like, I'm going to Toys R Us right now. Oh my god, MP10 is out. It's like, what's wrong with you? Like, you have your crack. You need more crack? Like, you fucking have this.
These are like the Seekers, man. They're just gonna repaint the shit out of them.
I don't get it. Oh, well, this is like in Japan, and apparently 7-Eleven's really big in Japan. This reminds me of like when you go to the gas station and get the like the gas station toy
Come
for
and go?
Christmas. It's like, I don't know. But anybody getting this?
Nope.
Nah, I'm good.
Are you interested? Not even interested?
No.
What if he has like a slushy dispenser gimmick? No?
He does, actually. That's one of his gimmicks.
I mean, at this point, how many releases of MP10 have there been?
I don't know how many Seekers has there been.
No, really. Anybody care to even rattle them off?
MP10 alone has been re-released, 3 or 4 times?
That counts. That's 3 or 4, right?
And has he been the Nemesis Prime for MP10? Has there been one for that?
It's honestly hard now to tell which has been knocked off and which is official, right? I mean, you're saying the Nemesis. I think there was an official Nemesis.
You're the goat or whatever. You're the fish, whatever.
6. Now, the Ultra Magnus, they have not done official. This is the first official Ultra Magnus.
Okay.
That's 7. What about Bape? Is that official?
Yeah.
Yeah, official. Yeah, Bape is official.
8.
Now you're probably looking at 10 plus MP10.
Oh, come on. That's a lot of monkey arms, man.
Monkey man.
Man.
That's a lot. That mold probably falls apart, disintegrates like the Matrix in the movies.
I gotta put it in a sock on your shelf.
Yeah, and you gotta believe in the 7 primes or 12 primes, whatever they're.
I don't know. I don't think Wade John hurt them at all. Anyway, move it along. Anybody want to stay on this, or shall we move it along?
I'm ready to move along.
Yeah, we got to hit some questions tonight, guys. I mean, we've been getting comments like, Shatteredcast, they're busy. That's why they're not answering questions of the last year.
I mean,
we didn't answer.
No. I mean, we can address that real quick. I think that most people understand, but it's just like we ask for questions every now and then we keep an ongoing list, and it's kind of like a buffer. Like if we're short on news or whatever, or on discussions, like we can do some questions. And then once the questions deplete, then we have to ask again. So it's really like we ask once, we obtain all the questions we can, we keep them compiled, and then we work through them as
we're not forgetting anybody. And plus, sometimes we have TFCon comes along, we got shows that come along, we have a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, but I don't think that most people are. I think that most people get it. Like I saw recently
it's
John.
Sprinkle.
Yeah, I saw John Long. Like he got it. Like he gets it. But he's a good. He's a solid, stable-minded dude.
It's a sprinkle of people. It's all that matters. They don't.
Shout out to John Long. He's in Staten Island.
Yeah, he is.
Right over the water.
Shallon in the house along with Ace. Yeah, it's all right.
Piece of shit. Shout out to Ace.
Yeah, look, if you we do encourage questions, and if you submit a question, we will answer it. The question is just when. So let's move it along then. Possible new Walgreens exclusive Wreck Gar listing. What?
Next.
I mean, really, Walgreens?
It's gonna be a
Is there even a picture here?
Wait,
There's no picture.
Is that Lisa jumping in his ass?
No, she's talking to my mom. Make sure she's okay.
Okay.
Shout out to Mama Deluxe.
Mama die.
Is she Voyager? Should we call her Voyager?
No, she's a legend. She's like 4'9".
And she's also a legend, Matt. Let's make some noise for Matt's mom.
She's a legend.
Yay, Matt's mom getting healthy. Good.
Yeah, she got over sling. She's good to go. I think it could be a possible recolor of the Refill the Shield Wreck Gar, more than likely. They're not gonna make it.
You know what? Let's just fucking move it along because they didn't even show us a picture. It's like I really don't like that when it's like, ooh.
Yeah, it's a listing. I mean, somebody just found it. You know, somebody was going through the computers at work and just found this and like, oh my god, gotta get it out.
You know, it's the only time seeing a Hasbro release that the fucking image of just the words on a dot matrix kind of screen probably better than the figure.
Has there been a recent motorcycle? What about Groove? I can see him doing Groove repaint.
And
that's a possibility. Yeah.
Crush Groove.
They haven't used it anything else, just that and the Takara one.
Crush
so yeah.
grooving, body moving.
Did you like that, Bobby?
Yeah.
Did you used to break dance, Bobby?
No. Actually, I may have hit a few moves in my prime. You know what I mean? Every once in a while, I hit a few moves.
Yeah, I was 10 years old. The kids on the block would put the fucking. Anybody ever got
Cardboard.
rid of a refrigerator or a dryer or washer? You flatten that shit out, put on your boombox.
I'll tell you what move I used to hit. It was when you stand, like your feet are straight and they're sitting next to each other, and then you kind of spin, but your feet kind of just rotate in place, and you drop down to your knees, and then you pop back up. That was like the one thing I could do.
I could do the robot.
No, you can't.
I could pop, lock, and drop it. Whatever. Pop, lock, and drop it. Pop,
Oh right,
I heard your T-shirt collar does the moonwalk.
You like that shit, don't you? I sent Bobby a video of me at the beach in my shirt collar.
Dude, his shirt collar was still fucked up.
I fucking pull that shit. I hate it. I hate feeling
The
shit around my neck. It just fucking looks like an elephant fucked my shirt collar.
It's a mess. It looks like an elephant ear, just the whole ear.
Like, or an elephant vagina, you know, like a granny elephant vagina.
Relax.
Hascon Exclusives.
Yes.
Protect on the screen. Whoa.
I'll tell you what. I am happy for Headmaster Don. Like,
he's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. He wanted. He's been wanting a Headmaster RC forever. Even this Headmaster RC, they kind of have the little shield you can put down on the face where it looks like Dan, like in the exosuit. Like, I know it's not perfect.
Can't say nothing, man.
I know it's not a perfect RC, but like, I kind of feel like this is his day. I kind of feel like
His time. His time has come. I like the box. It's pretty cool. I'll probably get this.
She's got hand job hands.
I know. I like that.
Dude, the other thing though, the Optimus shit looks fucking dumb.
Amazing!
It charges your phone. You shut your face.
Wait, does it? Wait a minute.
Phone
Does
charge.
it?
Yeah.
Ooh, I might be in on this. This might have a place on the credenza.
Dude, it definitely has a place on your shelves.
Fucking.
right next to MMC's Targus.
Oh, God. What are you hating?
You'd be like, man, this Hasbro, you know, I got to give it to Hasbro. Like, I've got it next to my Targus. I got to admit, there's a lot of paint on it.
No. Look,
It charges my phone.
I have the Optimus pen at the office, and I love being like,
I have
okay,
I have the Optimus pen. I have the Optimus pen you bought me sitting at my office computer all the time. It's the only pen.
I got
mine too.
I have it in robot mode, and then I like to transform it when I need to write, like a check. Like, I feel like it's good luck. So if I had this guy on the credenza, and I could have him charge my phone when it needs charging. Oh, my God. Yeah, this is so bad. All right. So does he transform?
How much is it?
Yeah, he transforms to a phone charger.
Is it one of those portable batteries? Like, is that what it is? Because that's kind of cool. You know what I mean?
Dude, you're gonna love it. Just put it next to Targus. You'll fucking love it.
Oh, that prompt's $50, man.
You know what?
25. I'll get RC.
I don't know if that port on the sword is compatible with my LG. I might be out.
Do you think this is? Do you think this will have more paint on it than your Terragus?
Let's see. It might.
It might.
That's plastic. It looks like the head is split down the middle. That looks terrible. Please, the head.
Oh well, but Cup can have a split down his middle, and it's all. It looks good now.
Head, it's face, it's on hinges.
So what? He splits for action, man. To charge your phone.
You know, I'll tell you what. This actually, I would say that there's some real ingenuity. Is that a word?
Ingenuity? Engineering?
Yeah, no, ingenuity is a word.
Why can't a Transformer's head split during transformation? And this does that.
It can. It can.
Right?
Why could?
Don't need to have a solid head the whole time. It can transform too from bits. So
look at that sword.
I think that would open up engineering, you know, for figures if they realize the head does not need to be one little blur.
Dude, look at that yellow paint on there, man. It's got some yellow paint.
He's got yellow paint on the hips. He's got blue plastic for feet.
It looks like a clown's crying on his chest.
Or like a skeleton is like, ooh.
Oh, the little penis. He's got a Zeta.
Ooh, Bobby doesn't like me. Ooh.
Every time I don't like something, that should be the thing. Ooh.
But I might be out because this is not compatible. This sword is not compatible. I would have to switch. It's probably a droid plug.
Do you have one of those phones that blows up?
I think it's an iPhone, I think.
Does it come with iPhone? If it's an iPhone, I'm out. If it's Droid, I'm out. LG's bullshit. It's got its own fucking plug.
No, it's not an iPhone. Apple wouldn't put their name on something this dumb.
Ooh.
MAAS Toys, they would.
Robert, don't you have that phone that transforms into a house fire?
No, I got an LG. I
MAAS
found something bad about the LG, which I had not looked, I had not seen. You know, apparently their camera focusing goes to shit, so my camera won't focus anymore. Every photo I have to take is in a widescreen. That's bullshit.
You say it looks like grease is just all over your fucking screen.
It just won't focus. It's all fuzzy, you know. So. That face. Look at that shield with the big hole in it. What kind of shield is that with a big hole in it?
What is it protecting?
What's it protecting you from? Protecting you from people that miss?
Yeah, it's protecting you from people that hit on the
Protect from
sides.
stormtroopers.
Oh god, people that hit on the sides. No stabbing motions on the shield, please. It's
got a shotgun. All right. Let's move it along. Oh my god. The next section. Oh my god. No. All right. Statue.
Oh wait. Before we get to statue news, there's one thing I want to say. Okay. That's it. All right.
MAAS. Now we got another MAAS. MAAS 01.
No, it's just MAAS.
MAAS.
Canada.
MP. MAAS 01 MP Nemesis Prime. So statue news.
This looks great.
You think that's an MP10 mold again?
No, but I think it's they've already put out the Prime, right? I think this looks fantastic.
It's got 5 vents. I think they KO'd Wei Jiang.
That's ridiculous.
Shut up.
So, okay, here's something I was thinking about with this stuff, with the statues. You know, so much is coming out now. Like, you get a Prime, and then another company comes out with another Prime.
Yeah.
And it's a G1 Prime. And are you going to sell your old statue?
No, I think it appeals to, like, a certain crowd that are like, man, like, I want a Prime statue. So they get one and they stick with it. Or they're like, I'm a Prime collector, but I'm only going to buy, quote-unquote elite shit, so...
Okay.
Yeah, some look stylized and some don't look like G. I mean, they are G1 Prime, but they're not G1 Prime.
Okay, but I can understand, like, if you're Bobby 2017. You want your.
Why's it gotta be Bobby 2017 though?
I'm getting to it. You want your quintessential Prime. That's your statue. Bobby's got that fucker on video review layaway, right? He's getting that beautiful Prime. But Bobby 2019 ends up having like 6.
Right.
Because all these beautiful ones have come out.
Right.
Like, how do you buy this stuff knowing there's so much coming?
I think you just buy one, and if it works for you in your display, you probably just stick with it. Like, they're all good enough where you just say, yeah, I'm still good. It's like Sun Surge.
But you know what's funny though? Like Sun Surge is almost an anomaly because so much of this stuff you think is so gorgeous, and it really is to you. And then something comes out a year later, and you're like, and then you look at that, and you're like, I've been sleeping with you all this time, and then I get with you now, and you're like, oh, you're so ugly, you know? And how do you get that out of your mind? You know?
No, that's a good point.
It's weird. I mean, it's so expensive. That's all. And I feel that with combiners. So, you know, like, oh man, I have these combiners, and now fucking Keith, you know, like, I don't know. I'm getting rid of my Menasor, guys. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. All right.
Which one?
My transformations. I'm getting rid of it.
Oh.
I'm giving it to someone who I know
Good on you, man.
Appreciate it. He's gonna be really mad at me because I'm giving it to him. You know who you are. Name rhymes with to Blave. All right, move on. Fans Toys Tarn Flame.
Fans Toys.
Flame Toys.
This shit looks amazing.
Is this
beefy?
Can you explain? Is this a statue or
it's an action figure? It's action figure.
Yeah.
All right, Greg. Thanks a lot, Greg.
What?
Greg with the mush and can we have an action figure section? And
No, because there's not enough. You know, like I get why you did this because people call them like Matt calls this a statue even though it's an action figure because it doesn't transform. But I think this looks great. The problem is that I might have to look at that. I don't know. The problem is with this shit is that the fucking drift is $320, which I just.
It's gonna be $480.
That's like a Saturday sit down. Fuck.
Shut the fuck up. Look, that's another thing. Somebody was talking about my money recently. I don't know if it was.
You don't talk about Bobby B's money.
I think it was in the comments on the video. They were talking about my money, but like they couldn't be more off. Like I was just laughing at them because I was like, look, man, like if yeah, I'm sure he does between $300 and $400 a month, and I'm like laughing. I'm like, dude, like. I tell you what. Why don't you make up the difference? I'll show you what I make, and you make up the difference.
Hey, Robert, look at his chest.
You see the face, man? You see
mouth? He's like,
You see those eyebrows?
He's judging you.
Fucking eyebrows, Mac.
That guy is judging you. He's like, what are you doing over there?
That's an Italian face, those eyebrows. Damn.
Where's his hairy chest at?
So Bobby, if you knew that the entire DGD was coming out, would you be in on this?
If they scaled with Masterpiece, I'd be very tempted.
Well, what if they didn't? What if like this?
If they didn't, I'm out.
Even if it was its own scale
I'm out.
Really beautiful.
I'm out.
All right. You're revealing the fact that you're afraid to address the question.
Okay, continue with the question then.
He just said he's out.
Well, why would you be out?
Because they're so expensive, and basically the MMC ones will fill that same void that you're describing.
What if they're huge?
I still don't have a place for them. Collection-wise, they still fill the same void.
It's good to hear that you love MMC.
As the MMC ones. No, we're going to get to that in the questions. But, yeah, like, the thing is, like, if this scaled with Masterpiece, I could see myself buying, if they were going to do the whole DJD, I can see myself buying all of them to have Masterpiece scaled DJD. Like, I can see myself doing that. But then I would definitely sell those MMC ones, Mac.
Because you know this would be painted to the nines.
To the nines.
Well, is this not MP scaled?
I don't. Well, that's the thing though. But they're definitely not going to make all of them, dude. There's no way.
That's a shame, huh?
Yeah.
It's a guaranteed. People would fucking jump on that, And I hope they fuck up the colors just to piss off Spiros. Because, so moving along,
just real quick, me personally, I don't need. And I know, like somebody asked us this question, and ever since they've asked it, it's kind of haunted me. For display purposes, I technically don't need my shit to transform. But I'm not going to spend $320 on that drift, which is like $100 more than a Hot Toys figure that's 8 inches tall. Like, no, you need to relax.
Yeah, even if it's super articulated, that's still...
It's too much.
Come on now. Not unless it comes with an alt mode drift.
Come on now.
Dude, Just could do his whole collection. Just buy Flame Toys. They came with the alt mode also. Just one purchase and be done.
It's like Flame Toys, the real fucking knockoff name. I'll tell you. It bothers me. So, okay, is MAAS... It's licensed. It's official license. Statue.
Yes.
Right? Flame Toys is official.
Yep, official.
Right?
It's official third party.
Okay. It's got to be a third party that we know of behind them. You probably know what it is.
That's a good question.
It's got to be. How many fucking factories are there in China?
13.
Okay.
13?
So,
I went over to visit.
Flame Toys.
Dude, get to this Optimus Prime and look at his chest, man. He looks like Unicron.
Optimus Prime model kit. Flame Toys.
Look at his chest. Look at the chest.
All right, I'm working on it. Hold on one second.
It looks like Unicron.
Is there another? That's another Flame Toys. Flame Toys just taking the world by storm.
Ooh, that's weird.
Yeah, he's smaller. He's small too. Look at Tarn's behind him.
This looks crazy to me. This looks crazy.
He's
like
smaller.
I don't know what this is supposed to be. I mean, somebody might, but this doesn't. This doesn't. No, I'm saying like I don't know what representation of Prime this is supposed to be.
Oh, the Japanese one.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm seeing at least 4 or 5 face options in the chest and torso. That's all I gotta say. Look,
I see.
Look around.
I see him.
You got Unicron, then you got like the little bottom crotch, like then you got the inside.
Oh, that's dude, the bottom crotch. That's what's the guy from Star Wars?
The one that looks like an owl is so fucking funny.
What's the guy on Star Wars from the first Phantom Menace, the annoying character?
Jar Jar.
That's Jar Jar in his crotch.
Yeah, but look at the like the windshield, and then like the little mouth beak underneath the windshield.
Yeah.
It's like.
No, what he is like, get off my yard. Get off my yard.
Yeah, they combine. All the faces combine into a Unicron face. So that's something, huh? It's a model kit. It's probably going to be like a Gundam.
Holy shit! There's another Flame Toy Star Saber. What the fuck?
Yeah, I just feel like I want to. If I was there, I would point my arm out all the way, like straighten my arm out with my finger extended, and I would point to this, and I would just say, "What is this?"
Tell me right now. What are y'all doing?
And do you watch reviews? All right, that's just the drawing, so fuck them. You know what? It's like, come on, man. If you don't got something to show, don't show me no drawing.
I'll tell you what, though. This looks beautiful.
It's just a drawing.
Yeah, but dude, if you look at the drawing of Tarn, it looks just like the figure. Like this shit is going to look beautiful.
Well, this is a Gundam.
It's Star Saber.
Yeah, no, I mean it's a build-a-figure. You have to build it off of sprue trees, just like the Prime.
Do you really?
Yeah, just like the Prime.
No.
Yeah, I thought so. No. Okay, no, that was Prime. Prime was the only model kit.
Yeah, this is their third release.
So you get a drawing that's signed Thiogo. All right.
Oh my God! Look at what's next.
Prime wants Squeeks.
You are welcome.
Okay, this is these are statues now, right?
Yes, definitely.
Somebody's getting Squeeks for a Christmas present. I know. Dude,
this Squeeks looks it looks horrifying.
Squeeks, Barricade, and Crosshairs.
It
All right,
looks,
Squeaks looks like somebody wants to kill him. He's like,
it looks like
"Please kill
it
me."
looks like a pile of Tupperware with cerebral palsy that met a pirate.
And it's not even a real pirate. It's like a knockoff pirate. That was stupid. I know.
Crosshairs is horrible, but Crosshairs is just horrible.
I mean, I think they look.
I think it looks good, man.
I think they all look great. I just think that they just show how silly the character designs are for these movies.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Dude, Barricade looks high.
Barricade's got the monkey man.
No more reaching his toes. He can scratch his toes standing
See,
up.
why don't they call this motherfucker a baboon?
I got my wrists hurt so much because you got tires stuck in them, stupid.
But I'm high as fuck. Man, I bet I eat Cheetos.
Oh my god,
dude, this
Crosshairs with that trench coat.
I mean, it looks good. It's it looks like the movie. It looks bad for looking good.
Same fucking Crosshairs. You know what bothers me about him?
What bothers me about Ratchet? His hands on his hips. He needs to relax.
Where's Ratchet?
Next picture down after Squeeks.
He's like, who are you looking at?
Wait a minute. What?
He's like, go to your room.
No,
now.
Wait, they're doing MP Ratchet?
No, it's
Yeah,
not
they
an
got
MP.
Bumblebee.
That's not an MP. That's a statue.
Oh, these are statues. They're statues.
Oh god, a heart flutter. Oh god, that hurt.
Oh, you know what I'm doing when I come in Skullfest? I'm going to stop at Walmart before I go there, and I'm going to get somebody a Squeaks.
No, just get Bobby Magic cards and get him like all the Star Wars stuff you can find.
Hey, I buy enough Fans Toys for all the Squeaks.
Fans Toys.
That's true. Oh, that Squeaks. Oh, somebody please kill me.
I'm glad Ratchet was killed. There, I said it. He was horrible.
That's messed up, man.
Fucking green loser.
Kinda.
All right.
All right.
That's everything now.
Real quick, discussion-wise, they did show more pictures of that Minosaur. It's not that it's the same picture. It just looks like it's like brightened. Like you can see a little bit more what's going on. The X-Transbots Minosaur.
Yeah. I'm down for that shit. Man.
So I'm getting ready to spoon feed the next to my theory, right? Because I've had a lot of people hit me up, like,
what
hey man,
feed?
what spoon feed?
What feed? Spoon?
Dude, hey, real quick, I'm watching The Keepers, and have you seen it?
Jeepers
Creepers, Keepers. I'm watching The Keepers on Netflix. It's a show. It's about this fucked up shit the Catholic Church did in Baltimore. But like, I'm really watching it because I love Maryland and I love Baltimore specifically, and
the Catholic Church.
And I love seeing things like they show like there's this like famous village, right, Emerson Village, and they show pictures of it in its prime and it was like state of the art, and now it's like a fucking shithole. But like, it's just interesting to me to see the history of it. That being said, I'm listening to the people talk, and I'm like, oh my god, I wonder if I sound like this at times with some of these O's. Like, now some of them are very old school Baltimore, where it's like go home, like like you need to go home and get a phone, and then call home. Like, it's very old school Baltimore. I don't think I do that much.
You don't.
I do that. You
don't do that. You move smoothly, dude.
But I do. I haven't noticed. I will. I'll be like, nah, I gotta go home.
Do.
All right, enough.
If you get Bobby self-conscious about something, he will.
He got a little defensive there. Like, all right,
he will stop.
Not funny.
He's like, fuck, I can't talk. I can't say shit. Anyway, his reviews are gonna be silent.
Look, so the Minosaur, right? All right, is everybody ready for my next theory?
Yes.
All right. So my theory before, if you guys were listening, was that when you buy Dead End and Drag Strip, they come with separate arms to plug into Minosaur, and that you transform Breakdown and Wild Rider, and you plug them into the back legs that will also come with Dead End and Wild Rider with Minosaur.
Wait, did you pause or did you cut out?
I must have cut out. Can you hear me now?
When you get Drag Strip and Dead End, they
arm connection.
They come with the arms.
Yeah, that's a theory that they come with separate arms for Minosaur, right? And then the theory is that also that Wild Rider and Dead End come with legs, and then you transform Wild Rider and Dead End into cars and plug them into the back of the legs, right? Okay, now here's the next part of my theory. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I've been doing this. It's not my theory, to be fair. Some other people brought it to my attention, a number of people. So forgive me for not shouting everybody out.
Backtrack.
All right, so I've been doing this, so it's been easy to swallow up to this point, so to speak.
Gotcha.
Then Motormaster comes with the body. I don't know if any of this shit is going to transform into this combined mode.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either. I'm just putting it out there in the ethos so that, or in the ether, rather. God, I'm tired. Forgive me. So when you so when you get it, you won't be shocked.
I'm sorry, man. It's substitute teacher night, man. I'm shooting spitballs. I apologize.
What?
So basically, it's just going to be, I meant like a parts former kind of.
No, not a parts former.
Well, not a parts former, but
build a figure.
Yeah, build a figure. Yeah.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
It doesn't bother me either. Because
if it's solid and it's really cool combined mode,
then you can also get your robot mode.
Yeah, right. One special.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
That's what he looked like on a cartoon, anyways.
It's not what he looks like in the cartoon. I'm not gonna. That's not what he looks like. He
really think so?
He doesn't. I'll pull up pictures of him right now.
Okay, wait. The cartoon. I mean, he just basically he was a minister. Or I'm sorry, whatever the main guy. What's his name? U-turn. I don't know his name. Anyway, Motormaster is the main body, and the arms is attached to him.
Yes.
I mean, they're
No. I agree with you that like it's constructed the right way, but it doesn't look just like it. Like if you look at the G1 Minosaur, like the legs don't look like that. Like the legs are bigger. They're thicker. They're not as like skinny. And
what the fuck?
What?
I don't know. You fucking loving Bubble Master Blackout Arms? And you're hating this thing?
I mean, look, I understand that none of it looks as good as MMC's Terragus. Okay.
Who is Terragus? Y'all keep saying Terragus. Who is Terragus?
Trailbreaker.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying that, like, in the cartoon, like, first of all, there's different ones in the cartoon. So there's some where, like, the cars are his actual arms, and then there's some where the cars are on the side of his arms. Like, it changed. But his legs are bigger and beefier, and he's more square than he is in the chest than on the X-Transbots ones, where it looks more like a octagon sitting up on his fucking chest.
Okay.
See, I always feel like Menosaur is supposed to be the strongest Decepticon.
I have two, with the exception of Predaking.
No, Bruticus I think would be stronger than Minosaur.
Minosaur beat
and straight up. No,
he
he sucker punched him. That's what he did. He did not fight him.
Punched the fuck out of him.
Yeah, but still, if they went on face to face, head on to head on, they would. I think Bruticus could beat Minosaur.
I don't think so.
Bruticus looked up and saw him. Like, there's a point where he sees him. It's like
Ultra Magnus also carried two Constructicons in one hand.
No. Bobby's making a point, and I think he's right.
He looked up and he was like, "Oh no!"
You know the face he made?
No, and he looked up because he was flying. Yeah, he had to look up because he was flying up above him.
Yeah, but he made that face.
No,
it was like the "oh shit, I'm not." You know what it was? It was "oh shit, I'm not gonna make it."
Right.
He didn't have time to. He didn't because he got sucker punched. He didn't have time to respond.
Okay. Did he ever come back? Like, you know what? We're gonna settle this shit.
No, because he got sent off into a comet, and Blastoff had to.
But he did come back.
But he didn't. He never saw Minosaur because Minosaur's hiding because that's the only way of beating him.
No, he never. No, he definitely saw Minosaur in season 3. But the point is that he didn't because he didn't want any fucking problems. Not after that.
You see, what I always remember about the Stunticons is how they were designed to have like personal shields. Remember that?
Yeah.
So that they could perform crazy stunts and bust into shit, not get hurt. Like I always pictured Menosaur being super tough just because of the fact that they could fuck up all the Autobots. You know, I mean, I did.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I think of Mensor?
I like this, Keith. I like the way Keith has designed this, or whatever, whoever the fuck designed it. But I think it looks. Really,
Is this Xerxes?
I think it looks G1. I think it looks more G1 than this fucking transformations thing.
Oh yeah, of course it looks more G1 than the transformations thing. The transmission thing isn't trying to look G1.
You ain't trying to fucking move it all without falling apart either. It's just mine. I got fucking Greg for Mercy on this shit.
Yeah, you did.
I don't know. I just think it looks good. I mean, I'm probably in for this one. I mean, because I have the only Mensor I have is a smaller one from Vans Projects or whatever. But I just think, yeah, like he said, I think your theory could, yeah. I mean, they're just going to attach to the arm and just do what you got to do. But
I'm cool with that. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Bobby's being a conspiracy theorist, but
I might be, but I'm telling you, man, those arms. Look at those arms. That is not a robot under there.
Why? It just looks like a car.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Are you looking at the picture?
No.
Did you
send it?
No, I didn't send it. Where the fuck am I going to send it?
Did you send it?
Oh, man. Greg spoils us. He's like, I'm sending it to the chat.
Yeah.
Bobby ain't going to chat you.
No, he ain't got time. Hey, Robert,
I ain't got time for chat.
Hey, did he call Bobby once this week and he sent it straight to voicemail?
Me? Oh.
Hey, didn't you tell me that? Guess what happened?
Yeah, he fucking swipes left all the time.
No, I did swipe left, but I was in the middle of something. What was I doing?
In RR.
Nerd Rage.
Yeah, so
I was doing Nerd Rage.
Oh, God forbid if it was Pinkerton, you'd answer.
I did, and I did answer. You called back.
You like that?
And I did answer.
What you say? Can you give me 10? Is that what you said? Give me 10?
No.
Oh, I think that's what you say all the time. Just give me 10, man. Give me 10.
That is a thing I say.
Okay. Are we gonna answer any questions? Or are we? Done?
Yeah.
Questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
Are you done with the Mensor? I mean, if we could still talk.
I just Robert needs to look at the picture. He's not gonna look it up.
I like how it looks.
Why be bothered? Why be bothered looking it up?
My phone was dead. I didn't realize it actually.
It's always
dead.
So this one is from MP Collector. He says, right up until the day Fans Toys first teased their Omega Supreme, I would have told you that we would never get something as large as Masterpiece scaled Omega Supreme. In fact, whenever I would get thinking about the future of MP and third party, I would use Omega Supreme as the ultimate example of a boundary that would never be crossed in terms of size. Sure, maybe we would end up getting MP combiners one day, but even that is a faraway ideal future. We would never ever get a true MP Omega Supreme. Fast forward to today. And we have a massive third-party Devi in our collections, and we are getting ready for multiple renditions of Omega Supreme to release. For this week's question, I would like to get that SCU's cast thoughts on what the new We Will Never Get That bar looks like when it comes to scale. Now that we have an MP Omega Supreme, is it possible to get an MP City Bot someday? Is it still safe to say we will never get an MP Unicron? Is Omega Supreme as big as these MP figures will ever get?
Well, we already got MP Unicron. Didn't we saw some from the show last year or something?
That was April Fool's, right? The Make Toys one?
No. The Beast. We had the Unicron, and then they did a Beast Wars one. The Neo, the
MP scale?
Yeah, remember it was that big. It was a black. Was it?
That was an April Fool's joke, Matt. In the doorway?
They showed two pictures. No, it wasn't in the doorway. They showed two pictures at one of the cons over there.
But it was a silhouette. It had to be true.
It was not a silhouette. It was a model of two different Unicrons. We saw it last year at Japan, something at one of the cons.
I don't think we're going to get anything bigger than Omega Supreme. No, at least not significantly bigger. So Omega Supreme, his wings come up to the knees of Metroplex. So,
what?
Yeah, scale-wise.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think we'll ever see a true MP scaled City Bot. But let me ask you guys this, and you guys please answer as well. But let me ask you guys this question to piggyback off of his. Would you be okay if they did a Trypticon, Metroplex, Scorponok, Fort Max that was in scale with Omega Supreme? Like the same size, maybe 5 inches taller max.
Yeah,
I would too.
I would be okay, but I don't think. Man, that would be so fiddly. I don't think it could be built well enough to withstand. It might be good at first, but for like a year after you had it, it would be a floppy mess.
I don't know, man.
Why?
Because it's so
Think
big.
Omega will?
I mean, there's a point of being it's too big. I know that we don't like to say that and everything. Women don't want to hear that, but I'm just saying. I mean, things can be too big and it just not be fun to. I mean, it just be weird. Shut up, man. I'm just saying it would be a fiddly mess. I mean, it would be a fiddly mess after a year, I think.
Do you think Omega's gonna be?
It's a possibility.
He's
yeah,
a little.
look at the combiners that we got.
Well, no, I mean Omega's a little wobbly.
So there, I mean, give it time, and it's gonna wear down.
But Omega's wobbly. I think Omega's wobbly because of how he's put together. I think that you could make like the thing about the city bots is that they don't have to separate. They don't have to come apart in pieces. And I don't think the transformations need to be that complicated for the city bots. Like, you just really need them to lay down a couple different ways.
Well, that's what Titan Return Stricticon does. So basically, he just splits open, and that's it. He's a big guy, but he just splits open. It's not the transformation is, simple. It's like a Legends transformation. So I'm just saying I could see them doing it. I wouldn't mind. I would get them, but I'm just saying I don't think they would withstand a test of time.
I don't know, man. My Scorpion, my Make Toys, Utopia, and Pandinus are solid.
Mine are too.
So you add
They're not that.
what?
They're not as big. They're not 5 inches bigger than fucking Omega either. They're smaller.
Is 5 inches gonna really make a difference if you've that
It could.
Make Toys build? With
If you have 5
ratchets?
inches like dick, don't you think it'll make a difference?
Not if I'm fucking a horse.
Just saying. Well, I mean, that's between you and the horse, but I'm just saying, if 5 inches added to your schlong, I think it would make a difference. So I think 5 inches to a toy is going to make a difference.
I'm with Robert on this one. I think that it could. No, look, I've agreed with you on the show about numerous things, Matt. But this one, I feel like it could be done. It could
it could be done. I'm not saying it could be done, but should it be done?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm up for it.
I hope they do. I really hope they do. I would love to have a big, huge Metroplex.
See, these fucking ratchets on Pandinus are so tight. It's almost
but it's small.
It's almost too much for his size.
I mean, he's not. I mean, Pandinus is not that much smaller than Omega Supreme.
He's not that much smaller than Constructor. The top of his tail comes up to Constructor's head.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, I can see. I see your point. I see y'all's point. I understand that. I just, if it's gotten much bigger, I just think it's gonna, I don't think it's gonna hold up. But that's just,
But I don't think we'll ever see city bots in proper scale. Like they'd be as big as your shelf. They'd be as big as your shelf.
I've got a problem with Omega. Like, I've got nowhere to put him. Like, I don't. He's going to take up...
a lot to make, too. I mean, they're a lot, I mean, are they going to make their money in the end? How many can they sell? How many they got to make?
That's a bigger question. You know what I wouldn't mind seeing? But then we get into a parts forming aspect that might take away from the stability, like what Matt's talking about. But, like, if a company was to do, like, look, here's our next 5 figures or 6 figures or whatever it is, and each one comes with a piece to Metroplex.
That might be neat. They did that with I hope they do that with
Minosaur.
That might be pretty cool. I mean, if you buy something and it comes with a piece, that would be pretty sweet.
Raise the price on it like probably $25 to $50 or whatever, and then have an Omega. A Metroplex that was about the same size as. Like, even if Metroplex, his head came up to Omega Supreme's top of the wings, like I just need him to be I just need him to be a little bit bigger, just a head bigger, just to say he's bigger than Omega Supreme, and I'm good.
Well, I feel like Metroplex, he wasn't always the entire city. He's a part of the city. You know?
But he's definitely much bigger than Omega Supreme. I mean, and like in the scale chart, Omega Supreme comes up to his knee.
Oh, here we go.
Bobby Sunbow face.
Yeah, but I just don't see having any room for that stuff. Would it be cool? Yeah. But I mean, you need tools.
Dude, it's not my fault you don't live in a big ass house like mine.
You know what? I think that if they came out with to scale.
Now, what pieces would you come? I'm sorry.
If they came out with a to scale Metroplex and Triptychon and Scorponok and Fortress Maximus, even you, Bobby, would have an issue. Finding
no, buddy, I got a plan.
No, you don't, because you got a Naboo canoe that takes up that space.
Naboo canoe. Hey, what pieces would you want them to come with, like a combiner, or would you want to come with a?
I don't care. I don't care. Like as long as it was with a company that I had stock in, like Fans Toys, or like if they were to put out 5 MMC Terragus, and each one came with a Metroplex part.
What about? Yeah, okay.
What did you say, a Terragus?
Yeah, they put out like 5 Terragus.
Oh, come on, you fucking asshole!
No, what company would you want? I can see Toy World doing it since they're going to a bigger scale.
I would say, Zeta. I would take Zeta doing it.
Or Zeta.
I would like.
You know who I want to see do it?
TFC.
Fans Toys.
Yeah, of course, Fans Toys. TFC.
No. You said Zeta.
I would take Zeta also, homie.
I don't think Fans Toy. We have not seen a Fans Toy to a combiner. I don't think. Maybe they can do a combiner.
What?
I'm just saying. We've talked about this before.
You don't remember the Fans Toys combiner that came out?
No, I don't.
Wow, Bobby, can you believe this?
Squeakamus.
Matt, you don't remember Squeakamus?
No, I don't.
Wow. All right. Well, we're gonna leave you with that. You're gonna have to research it.
What happens is when you turn Omega Supreme's hips, it shatters windows, and then you put the window back together.
Oh, my bad. Okay, but I'm just saying. We've said it before. What companies could make a combiner? We don't know if Fans Toys can make a good combiner. Who knows? I mean, they make good single bots, but and then Toy World?
But Metroplex
hasn't made a good.
Metroplex wouldn't technically be a combiner. Do you know
that's true. That's true. I'm just saying, but Toy World has not really made anything good outside their combiners.
No, their Prime is pretty good, man. Their Prime is pretty good, and I like some Toy World stuff. To be fair, I don't.
No, I'm just saying why. Like what? As in what?
I did. No, I liked some. I like Goldbug from their Throttle Bots a lot. I like.
Okay.
The Coneheads Seekers that they did recently. Like I looked at one of those. Like that was a fucking good toy. Like I think they make some good stuff, but I don't. And I think they would knock something like this out potentially also. But
yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
Yeah, but I don't know if. The only question is where are the pieces broken up? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yep.
That's the question.
Yeah. That would be cool. Okay. Say you get the Build-A-Figure thing going on, because you're definitely. I know where you're getting this, man. You've got a problem. You need help.
Dude, I'm almost done. I'm almost done.
You're. That's what they always say.
I'm almost done.
You're not.
I can see the finish line.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll talk about Bobby's Marvel Legends problems on another show. but okay, would it transform if it was Build-A-Figure?
Yes.
And it could though. Metroplex.
It could because you still even every robot you can almost every Transformer robot you can almost take apart at the joints anyway. And I'd even be okay if And I'd even be okay with you had to install a couple screws. Like I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Like every time you get a piece, it comes with a little bag of screws and one of my favorite things in the world, third-party screwdriver, and I'd put it together. That's fine by me.
I think Metroplex would be a lot easier than Triptychon because Metroplex is real blocky. So
yes, he would be easier to break up. He would be easier to break up, but Triptychon would be easier to make work.
Yeah, because he just splits down.
Yep.
Yeah. So I hope they do, but like I said, I question the durability of it, lasting for a year, and it just.
Let's hit another question.
Well, I want to mention this one thing that we got on our Facebook page that somebody wrote, because it was a good little post, and I want to commend him on a couple of things.
You criticized Anthony Scaramucci. I'm fucking unsubscribing now.
What?
That was retarded. You're better than that.
He said, hey, this is from Darren. Darren's been a listener for a long time. He said, hey, gentlemen, in your last episode, Greg mentioned that MMC is the fancy version of Hasbro. Due to the recent unveiling of their version of Thunderclash and Bulkhead, I was about to go to the fridge and get a big old can of Haterade out, but then I thought about it. I put the Haterade back and replaced it with Humble Pie, which I put in my oven of shame and heated up for 32 minutes of despair because Greg was right. I think
it wasn't Greg's thing.
Yes, it was. Well, Greg said it on the show.
Greg got it from Spiros.
That's fair, but Greg said it on the show. Darren's probably not in that chat. Relax.
That was on the Facebook, buddy. That was with
let him finish.
Shut up, anyway, go on. Keep going.
So he says, I think it's a shame that they went down the quick cash grab for those two characters, and as a fan, it's disappointing that they would do this when we know they can do better. How do you guys feel about the remold, and what, in your opinion, has been some of the best and worst remolds you've seen? I think that almost every Hasbro attempt at a remold is a fucking wash. Like, I think most of the time it's just like they're trying to shoehorn in a different character into something. Like, sorry, I do.
It's true.
Cool.
But I think that the other one that's really bad is that MMC, Obsidian, and Whirl. I think that's trash.
What about Turban? What's Turban?
That's Obsidian.
I think is it not Turbine, buddy?
No,
Turban.
Turban. Turban.
Okay.
Turban.
Okay.
That's all I ever see. I mean, Turban. I don't know.
I think anything that Fans Toys touches or remotes is bullshit.
But like, I don't think that, like, I think that MMC is one of the few that really do that. I think that MMC is in the vast minority of companies that shoehorn other characters into molds, like the of course the Death's Head, Cyclonus, like that. Like they're one of the few companies that does it, and fuck that shit, man. Like fuck that shit.
They gotta make money somehow, man.
But,
other companies seem to be getting by.
Yeah, it does bother me. That's why when it comes to reformatted, if it's a repaint, I don't get it.
Dude, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my IDW stuff. Like,
I do have all the fembots though. Sorry.
Am I gonna do Masterpiece scale IDW and Chug scaled IDW? Am I gonna do neither, or am I gonna do one,
or like, neither?
Yeah. So like,
Dude,
I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. I'm driving myself a little crazy over that shit because I feel like there's a part of me that wants to sell all that shit because of the shit that MMC is doing.
Really?
In regards to reformatted, yeah. Because it's just like.
But there is a fan base for that stuff, or they wouldn't be making.
Sure. What did you say?
What was you?
What did you say, Robert?
The designs, like the original. See, I know I'm shooting myself in the foot right now by even saying it because they're like sacrificing with the intent of doing a repaint.
Right.
They're like just doing this kind of wishy-washy middle ground.
Right.
Between each character, which they weren't doing before.
I agree.
And they need to hear that from us.
I like it. See, I'm just gonna tell you.
Can you imagine the fucking what's the dude with the goddamn antenna on his elbows, on his shoulders, the fucking turbine on his chest, the electrocution dude?
Yeah.
He ain't being repainted.
No, and he's more effective.
No shit. You know, I mean, fuck.
But I feel like that's some shit they do. Like they'd be like, look, like it's gonna be similar. It's not gonna turn into an electric chair. It's gonna turn into an electric panel, and we're gonna recolor it as Rumble and Frenzy because that's also kind of a rectangle.
Yeah, I hope not.
No, of course not.
That's a good idea, man.
Do you think they were encouraged when Spartan was repainted and remolded into that black non-DJD character that I stupidly bought?
Yeah, me too.
You know, that has disappeared on your shelf.
Oh, Coronas? Corona or something?
My Corona. Which one?
Yeah, I think I'm selling that bitch. Like, I need to sell some of this shit. Like,
if you can find them.
That's good. Like, I just don't know what I'm gonna do, man. Because it's frustrating. It's frustrating.
do you think that encouraged them because people ate that shit up and they thought, wow, we can seriously make money on remold/repaint? Spartan was like the beginning of it, I think. Now with the fembots.
Companies do that. Wait,
fembots. Yeah, but the fembots even kind of work though. Like, like that one was the first time that the repaint was a significant departure. Yeah. Like, you know, and I just figured it was like a one-off thing, but we've just seen it so much where it's like, I don't know, like I don't know if there's. I think I'm trying to think reformatted wise. I think the DJD are the only thing I'm really excited about but that's the only thing they've announced really. So.
But maybe. Transformers have been like that since the beginning. I mean, remold and repaint and color.
No, sir.
No, not G1.
No, sir. They were repainted into different characters, but the repaints were the characters that they looked like. So
what?
So
what?
Starscream was
Starscream
was repainted into Thundercracker and Skywarp, and that is a tradition, and I'm good with that. But fucking Ironhide wasn't repainted into Hound.
Yeah.
Okay, I give you that. Okay, but fuck fans toys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's just the thing. I mean, these characters originated. Some of them were repaints of each other, and they were presented to you as brothers.
Right.
You know, as opposed to Hound being repainted into fucking Skids.
Right.
And saying, this is Skids.
And I'm even good if MMC were to be like, look, this is Whirl. This is the main focus character. We're going to knock him out of the park. This is Obsidian, and this is going to be a repaint of the Whirl. It's not going to look 100% like Obsidian, but if you'd like a representation of Obsidian, we're offering it by a repainting Whirl. I'd be like, money. Cool. I'm going to pass on the Obsidian. I'm going to get your Whirl, and I'm happy. I hope you get a little extra money. But that's not what they're doing. They're trying to find this weird middle ground that does neither character justice.
Yeah, and now the color choices are upsetting even the diehard reformatted collectors.
Right.
So reformatted in cross dimensions is nothing alike, right?
Correct. That's Make Toys.
Yes, they're nothing.
Well, I understand that, but I'm
it's not the same thing. Yeah.
You fucking asshole.
But that shit that they were.
I love.
No, he's fucking with you. The shit that they were doing, like with Tailgate and Swerve, that shit is part of it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, it's easy buck. I mean, it's easy. It's a cash grab, I guess.
You know, they don't do that with Perfection series. You know, they know that they have awareness that is the fact that they don't do that with Perfection series is evidence of the fact that they know it's like a cheapy move.
That's fair.
You know?
That's fair.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have fucking Backdraft being released as goddamn Trailbreaker.
Right. That's fair.
You don't have a shitty Backdraft and a shitty Trailbreaker, like this weird middle ground.
Right.
Painted as each. So listen, MMC, you gotta fucking listen to your fans because people are getting upset. We're not trash talking you. We're not.
Yeah, we all buy a significant amount of MMC stuff. We all were at one point diehard MMC fans. You know, like MMC was in my top 3 companies for most of my third-party collecting. They're not there anymore.
You just gotta right this ship. You gotta right the ship. God damn it. You know.
Or you gotta sell the ship.
Or you know what? You're gonna lose business to SXS. They're gonna jump in, right?
I'm getting a hot rod.
Everyone's excited about that hot rod, and I mean, he doesn't even have remold options. No,
I don't know.
Maybe Blur.
Nah,
because SXS has already done a Blur.
I know they could just make him another Blur though.
Yeah, but I mean, but why not just re-release the Blur? That's even less work.
All I have to say is SXS is hot on your fucking tails when it comes to reformatted.
That's true. That's true.
They got one thing coming every 5 years.
People are more excited. I think just looking at it, trying to look at it objectively, you've got people just ate up Hot Rod because they love the reformatted diehard fans ate it up. Okay, even Bobby ate it up. Right?
Yeah, I think it's a good figure.
Everyone's interested in SXS.
And I think that the SXS one looks better, but I went with the reformatted because of the strength of the reputation of MMC, but it was a harder choice this time around than it's ever been.
I thought Robert would call you an asshole for choosing that one.
Why?
I don't know. You call everybody an asshole. I just thought you might call him an asshole.
Bobby?
Yeah.
You're an asshole. No, what you said is fair. You know, but I'll tell you what, they have some competition there in that little niche, and
Dude,
that's SXS.
And if SXS goes hard, like I'll definitely be buying SXS shit and knock out that shelf because, like MMC is, I don't know, man. Like the amount of original molds that we're getting from Reformatted that people actually give a fuck about, very few. For me.
SXS is like the perfection series to Reformatted.
I mean, you might need to relax a little bit. But,
dude, they got 2 figures out, man.
Right, exactly.
And I'd rather 2 beautiful figures than a fucking 3 dozen, honestly.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I love Perfect Effect because of that. They don't really make much that Bobby's interested in, but what they do make, I love. They're like
they make a good figure.
They do.
They make beautiful, you know, and SXS.
That's a company needs to fucking start pumping out some shit because they make good stuff.
But maybe they make good stuff because they don't pump it out.
Sure, I mean, that's true. That's a good point. But I mean, if you're only putting out 1 to 2 figures every other year, I mean, come on now.
Who's behind SXS, Bobby?
KFC.
No.
Yeah.
No. That's impossible.
That's not true. That's impossible.
Oh
my god. Oh my god. You know it's true.
Robert, search your feelings. You know it to be true.
Don't answer another question.
I just had my Matt's like, what? I just had like a fucking Empire deja vu just now with this goddamn thing. Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I just want to jump down a goddamn air shaft.
I don't know if SXS is as much Keith as X Transbots is, but SXS is definitely underneath that shit. That's why SXS was able to make Ultra Magnus heads before Ultra Magnus came out.
Damn.
Man, yo, Keith, make more shit like this, dude, you idiot.
God damn, that's gonna make him happy. You idiot.
He don't care.
Dude, Keith makes when Keith wants to, he makes a good figure.
Yeah.
He could just stop this shit. I mean, he could, drop every. I mean, how many companies he has? He could just run shit if he wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, like he has his own.
Throw shit out like Omnigonics and shit.
It's his factory. Like he's got 3 companies at least underneath, like 2 companies at least underneath him, possibly 3.
He's got some idiot savant chained to a goddamn bowl of dog food who's amazing at designing fucking toys.
Or at least sculpting.
Yeah.
Kids.
And, it's just a matter of when he wants to put something out. Like he'll put out the Junkions, and then he turns around and puts out a piece of Dicka.
Yeah. Or Omnigonics or some shit like that, or
no.
Whatever the fuck. I mean,
I think they're their own thing. But I think they might have used Keith's factory. I don't know. All that
they were dumb enough to use Keith's factory and not pay the fucking premium.
They probably use it on layaway.
You want special or you want deluxe treatment?
All right. Let's do one more question.
Aww. Bobby? You don't got a mop?
No, I don't have to mop tomorrow, but I mean, we have been going a while.
But I am getting really old. I took a 3-hour nap today.
I didn't. Yeah, I'm the guy that takes a 3-hour nap.
You were offline. I was fucking, what do you call it? Creeping on you, seeing you on Messenger, and it was like, Bobby has been offline for 2.5 hours. I'm like, old man nap. Let me ask you a question. Robert. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a serious question. No. And I want you to give me a serious answer. I'll try. Do you think that I was offline napping? Oh, you're doing the next thing? Sky rockets in flight. Nah, 2.5 hours? No, I ain't buying it.
200 views, man.
No, I wasn't having sex. My wife worked today.
Yeah.
Did I? I don't know. I know you were dusting.
Oh, he's doing 4K. That's what he does.
I was on the phone with Bobby today.
Yes.
And it made my day because I was having a rough day, and it made my day because it was like Marvel Legends, like Tourette's person on the phone with me. We're talking, and he's randomly yelling out like "Copperhead." So yeah. Anyway, the blue one, with the gold ones. Yeah, So
who's he barking at?
Listen,
Jaina.
Can your kid help you? Like dust or
the fucking blue one, okay? The fucking blue one.
I didn't say the fucking blue one. I did say.
No, you said no. Yeah, you said the one with the fucking hammerhead, the one with the fucking big fucking shark fin on its head. Okay.
I didn't say it like that.
Make me.
I did say the one with the fucking fin on his head. Like, I did say for those listening, like I know not everybody agrees with it morally, ethically, whatever, and I get that. You're welcome to make your judgments. But
I curse too.
Yeah, we curse in my house. And my kids understand that there's a difference between adult words and kid words, but we do curse. I never curse at them like shut your fucking mouth. But I do curse around them. So like I said to Jaina, I was like, pass me Tiger Shark, because I like my Marvel Legends are up high, so I'm standing on this stool and she's down. She loves to do this, like her favorite thing in the world. So like I pass her the figure, she lines them all up, and then I dust, and then I ask for them by name, and she tries to figure out what the names are. Like it's like a game. It's fun for all, except for me, because I'm the one it takes me a little bit longer because
it's the most fun for anyone on the phone with Bobby while he's doing this.
So I was like, so I'm talking to Robert, and then I'm like Tiger Shark, and then I'm like Tiger Shark, and I'm like pointing to it, and it's a terrible figure, and she's like can't figure it out which one is which. I'm like the one with the fucking fin on his head, like.
It was awesome. It was fucking awesome. I love that. Was my favorite phone conversation in forever. Oh my god.
Fucking fin on it.
It made my day because he was like Copperhead. Yeah, So we were just like Crosshairs.
Captain America.
The blue one. You see all those fucking gold ones?
No, I know what you're talking about with that too. I said because I had 2 gold ones and a blue one or something. Oh no! I was setting up my wet work shelf.
Yeah. Then Bobby was like, I was like, what's the blue one? And you were like, you wouldn't know. I'm like, how do you know? He's like, you wouldn't know. You ever hear of Wetworks? I'm like, sure I have. You're like, what do you know about Wetworks? I'm like, I don't know. And he was like, I knew it.
And then Robert, no, the truth was, I was like, grab all the gold guys and the blue guy, and Robert said, what are you talking about? I said, something you wouldn't know about. You don't know about it, trust me. And he was like, no, what is it? Tell me. And I was like, Wetworks. You ever heard of it? He's like, yeah, I know Wetworks. I'm like, you do? And he's like, yeah, a bunch of gold guys, a blue guy.
It's just so many times, Copperhead.
Copperhead. Hey, let's just do a Jonathan Davis quick question real quick. It's an easy one. It should be.
All right, let's knock that out.
We'll get out.
Shit has gone down. You got to move to a much smaller place with about half the display area. Do you just store your shit in bins, or do you sell half of it and rethink your entire collections? What's the advice here? Do you just keep the things that mean the most to you, or do you say fuck it and get rid of most of it or all of it?
That's a good question, man.
I've done that before. I mean, I've had a house, and we had to move into an apartment. And I put my stuff all in bins and stuff. But I knew we was going to get a house later. But more than likely, I would probably I'll probably sell everything and rethink my collection.
But think about it, right? Shit. If you were like me, right? Because I don't think Bobby wasn't like this, and I don't think you were like this. Like, you really collected when you were a kid, right? Maybe you lost some of your collection or most of your collection because of a third party. No pun intended, that like kind of interfered with your ownership or possession of it, but you had the presence of fucking mind to keep that shit. And then, for those of us who later in life still have the stuff from when we were children, those are treasures. So should you really get rid of them?
I mean, I didn't collect as a kid, man. We moved a lot, so I don't have anything early from my childhood. So, I mean, like I said, I would probably, if I moved, like I said, I moved to an apartment, but I knew I was going to we was going to get a house. So I kept my stuff in bins, and I put out a couple things that meant a lot to me. So, I don't know. I'd probably have to maybe sell my stuff and think of my collection different.
What about you?
I think I would mainline it. Like, I wouldn't sell my Star Wars 3 3/4. It's like my most important collection to me. I wouldn't sell my Star Wars 1/12 because it's like the collection I get the most enjoyment out of.
Naked Obi-Wan.
I wouldn't sell my Transformer MP G1 collection because like it's probably the collection I've worked the hardest for.
Official?
No, third party and official. Like just my Transformers G1 collection, like Masterpiece scale.
Yeah.
I probably would sell some of my turtles. Like, especially my NECA turtles. I might be selling my NECA video game turtles at NJCC next week.
Shameless.
And...
Oh, I see. You can do it. I see. Member exception.
He's a founder. God damn.
Okay, let me ask you this really quick.
Wait. I'm trying to think what else I'd sell. What else I'd get rid of.
I'm asking you something. If you had Gundog, right? But you have Willis, and who knows if the car comes out with one. And you know how great Gundog is, but he's not there for your display. Would you sell him? Or would you crate him?
Wait. Say again. I got lost.
Gundog.
Gundog is Make Toys?
Yeah.
Hound?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have him, but continue.
If you did, would you sell him or just box him and just, maybe someday later in life, you'll be happy that you kept him?
Do I have Willis as well?
Right.
Yeah, I'd sell Gundog.
Really? So you don't think like these third-party figures really have any much future value, even in like significant nostalgia?
No, some do, but Gundog wouldn't.
What does?
Let me think. I'm trying to go through my head of I don't know, because it's different, right? Because like a lot of the
DFC.
Shut up. like for instance, the MMC Terragus, right?
Yes.
No. Like
Railbreaker.
For instance, like none of this shit means as much to me as my G1s, kind of in a way, because like those were my toys as a child, and like it just means a lot to me. But
yeah, but dude, when you're 65, are these gonna be?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, think. I mean, because you have the opportunity to decide.
Think.
No, I mean, because when you were a kid.
No, asshole. Think.
You had a parent thinking for you.
All right. Well, look. So I have Masterpiece, Takara, Shockwave on my MP shelf, but I couldn't get rid of Quakewave. Couldn't do it. I have MP09 Rodimus on my shelf. I couldn't get rid of Carrie. It meant too much to me. So there's two examples.
Caesar.
What?
Road Caesar.
I would definitely not sell my Planet of the Apes Caesar.
Yeah. No. I see
what you're saying. To sell that.
Quakewave, I can't get. Yeah. Certain things are very special. Yeah. Fuck.
I keep my Starscreens, all those.
God damn it.
I worked hard for my Starscreen collection.
God damn it. I need more space. I need to do some reviews, Bobby.
What's doing reviews have to do with space?
Well,
I don't know. It works for him. Shit.
No, Bobby's just a rich man, man.
He's rich in friendship.
And friend shrimp, too.
Look, all I can tell you is I work, I live week to week.
In 7-layer dip, or?
Review to review.
No, shut the fuck up.
Hey, are you gonna have a beanbag in your basement when I get there?
Yeah, I got one for you. I'll get one.
I'll fucking order one right now on Amazon. Send it to your house for Matt.
I call it the love sack. I'm trying to think. Like, I would definitely streamline my collection, but it would be hard, dude. It would be very hard at this point because a lot of stuff does mean a lot to me, and like a lot of toys I've ended up valuing that I didn't necessarily think I would prior to, like,
Utopia.
I'm not sure if Utopia would make the cut.
Damn. What about even Pandanus? So they're both.
I'm not sure if Pandanus would make the. Pandanus would make the cut, but for a different reason.
Because he's evil.
No. Like it was like I feel like Pandanus is the first. It was the first real toy I was ever sent as a reviewer.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Is there any Fans Toys figure that you could get rid of?
Werewolf. Lupus.
I don't think so.
Damn, not even Lupus?
No, because I mean he looks pretty. Like I don't think anybody will make a better looking werewolf.
You know what's funny? The Fans Project headmasters, I cannot part with them because I am still enamored with their engineering. You know?
They are good bots.
They're
not on the scale for Bobby, but they're good bots.
See, for me, it's not the size of your boat; it's the motion and the
ocean.
I
understand that. I know that. Hey, I got from Legends to Titans to all that good stuff. I don't care what size they are.
But I mean, I'd get rid of Takara's fucking skid, what do you call them? Jesus Christ!
Skid marks.
Fucking the blue one. Goddamn winged.
Tracks.
Get rid of him in a heartbeat. Him and Hot Rod. Play that.
Yeah, I mean, Tracks. Like, look, a buddy of mine. Shout out. I gotta get him to start listening to the podcast. A buddy of mine, Anthony. He just started getting into Transformers. No, shut the fuck up. He just. Actually, I only interacted with Anthony's Customs once, and it was a fucking nightmare.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, I can't even remember. I mean, I didn't know at the time, like how inundated you can get with shit where you give like really brief responses.
Inundated.
And whatever. I probably mistook it, but I was like, man, all right, dude. I guess I'm a baboon to you too.
Ooh, so you PM'd him and he responded?
No. It wasn't a PM. It was like it was on a public thing. Like we were talking, or I asked him a question about something, and he kind of gave me like a. He didn't give me as much respect as I demand from him.
Oh, you better put some respect on.
Hold. Did he know who he was talking to?
He wasn't talking to anybody. He still wouldn't be.
Did he keep it 100?
So he didn't know. He was talking to the one and only.
He probably isn't dude, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like,
what? How do you know he doesn't tell people he loves Bobby Skullface?
I just have a feeling. All right. Look, the point is, my buddy.
I'll reach out to him for you.
Stop it. My buddy Anthony just got into Transformers, right? Like he started with, he was like, look. I'm going to set up some displays in my basement. I'm going to get like one thing of each, like kind of like an Adam approach. Like I'm going to get like Optimus Prime. I'm going to get a He-Man. I'm going to get, et cetera, et cetera. What should I get? And I said, well, a couple questions. Do you want your Prime to transform? And he said yes. And I said, ugh, okay. In that case, you got to go. And I said, then I said, do you want him to be G1? Does he have to look like the cartoon? And he said yes, and I said okay. So you have to go Toy World or
MPP10. MPP10.
Shut up, Robert.
So anyway, fast forward a week later, he's like pre-ordered 3 Transformers and he's bought like 5 more.
He's got 50 boxes around them. There's bubble wrap everywhere.
Yeah, like so.
Good job on him, man. Good job.
But he sent me a picture of one Transformer specifically, and he was like, man. Is this how they all are? This is a fucking piece of shit.
What was he talking about?
Guess.
Inferno.
Yeah, probably.
Tracks. trash.
Courageous.
And I said, no, they're not all like that, but he definitely is a piece of shit. I was like, I've been saying that for some time, and you know, it's taken a while for a lot of people to get on board with that sentiment, but he is a failure.
He's not MP.
I think you're a failure.
He's up jump classics. I think it's fair to say.
So anyway, I don't know why we went down this road, but I would.
Anthony.
Show, man.
Well, I think
no,
you mentioned tracks.
No, I think we talked about Anthony.
No, we got the
feelings.
Somebody got feelings.
Do you know who you fucking insulted, Anthony Costumes?
Dude, I just recently got shot down on something else.
What? Someone called you fucking baboon or something?
It was a podcast. It was a podcast that I listened to.
What? No.
And they were talking. And they were talking about. They don't talk about Transformer toys, right? But they started talking about other toys, and they were talking about the idea of third party, both licensed and unlicensed, for these other toys. And then they were like, actually, I think Transformers has a significant third party like culture and stuff. So I was like, ooh. I'm a big fan of the show, and you know, I know a little bit about this topic, so I wrote them. You know, I said, look, I've been listening. I'm a fan.
The Lubriderm out.
I'll tell you exactly what happened if you let me say it. I was like, you know, I was like, look, I know a little bit about third party. I've been collecting third party for 3 years. Like, I have strong opinions about it, both inside of Transformers and what it could offer for other franchises. I'd love to talk on the show. I'd love to have the opportunity to come on. I know you regularly have guests because they just had like some other YouTube reviewer on recently, and I was like, I would be honored if I could have a spot. And they were like, we're all booked up.
Damn.
You got SCU.
Yeah. They were like, we're all booked up through November, and so I wrote them right back. I was like, okay, cool. I got my calendar ready for December. What's available? And never heard back.
Oh man, who was the podcast?
Hey, did they go?
No, I that's what I did when I got the email back. I was like, ooh.
Was this a Star Wars podcast?
Star Wars toys are discussed on this podcast.
Oh, what the fuck show is it? Come on.
I'm not gonna, because people get crazy, man. Like, you know, like, I appreciate the love, but people would be like, man, fuck you, Bobby Skullface. You know.
Yeah, but this isn't Bobby Skullface. This is SCU. Absolutely nobody comes to our defense.
as ever. No, we had John Long came to our defense recently, and
and Spiros.
Spiros, yes.
You would think more would.
I didn't mention. I got from Paul C. I got 2 terrible Minosaurs from Paul C. and Spiros.
You did.
Right. That is an interesting story. Yeah, because Spiros wanted your address, and I was like, listen, you know, I'm just not comfortable. It's just part of what I do. It's ingrained in me. I can't give out people's information. So send it to me, and I'll send it to Bubba. And so he did. He didn't take offense. He understood, and I really appreciated that. Shout out to Spiros for understanding, because he didn't want me to. I said, listen, I'll ask Bobby. I'll say somebody you know and love wants your address. I won't say your name, and I won't say why. You know, but he would rather be anonymous.
No, I would have been good. I would have been good with
Who the fuck is your
why'd you
address out
say
there?
that? Jesus Christ. Well, you know what, though? What if you wouldn't have been good? You know, I have to assume the worst. I always have to assume the worst.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, I respect your approach as well.
Specca.
I won't give out people's addresses to anyone.
Who's giving out my address then?
People have your address. A lot of people do. And when I'm like, I don't know Matt's address, they go, okay, I'll get it from so-and-so. You know, and henceforth, someone in fucking England can send you a goddamn KO from Beijing. Because everyone's got your address, buddy. But anyone can have my address. Just, you know, look me up. Send me a case. But anyway, next question, Bobby.
I think that's it. That's it. I don't think we have any text from Robert either.
Yeah, we do.
Do we?
Yeah, you haven't fucking done it in 3 weeks.
I just did it last week, buddy.
I wasn't around.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, he did last week. Okay, I think we're good.
Let me double check.
Bubba.
So good night, folks.
I'm scrolling all the way down here.
Bubba. I don't see no new week.
No, I didn't write. I didn't write new week, but all you sent was a picture of the Noob Cybot spitting fire, and it says Noob Cybot took one look at Bobby's TFC Road Caesar and was like, and that's it. So with that, we can start bringing in that music. And
Ghostbusters.
It goes.
Yeah, that's it. That should be it. Sorry, Bob. You gotta include that.
Shoutouts to Cool Table Network, ROC, Legends Around, Toy Detox, Plastic Fanatics, Spirit Vultures, Nerd Rage Radio, and Wigs.
And my personal favorite, the well-established Gentleman's Show, Stasis Lock.
At Real Robot, at Fear Corpse.
I am Ratchet.
Third Party TF Crashers, and Open Your Toys Podcast.
This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now.
Shut the fuck